I will do whatever it takes and earn my name back.
Ivelios Oakenheel is a half-elven gentleman and sea dog who graduated the Imperial Academy as an alchemist in his younger days. And, though he is most well known as the daring captain of the legendary privateer Sea Demon Hunter, the Inevitable Demise, the piratical alchemist, as he is known, is still rumoured to be the driving force behind some of Aleria's most recent alchemical innovations.
Janus Ricot, a human boy raised into nobility by his lesser-known knightly parents, forged into a soldier to fight against demonkind, a hero to the common folk as well as their protector, a paragon to fellow soldiers and bane to all demons, general of the 7th Army and archdemon's plight, Bellum's demise and the slayer of war, the Warbreaker.
Eric Live. Having been abandoned in the forest as a baby, he survived by joining with the very essence of nature. He's been fighting in the war against humans every day for 120 years, even rumored to have slain 200,000 in 1 week. He is always working, ever watching, forever protecting.
My name is Beloric Morgamash, but you've probably heard of me. I'm a half-orc from the north, but I've been in Alarians for most of my adulthood. You'll know my tales, of course. Warbreaker and the Siren's Curse. Or if those...
Well, welcome back everyone to episode 7, Session 7 of the Legends of Aleria D&D campaign. We've missed a week. And we almost missed this week as well. There's been some technical issues, and unfortunately Wilson can't make it. As you can see, he's got his little camera off. He may or may not be in around an hour, so we'll see if we can take a break when he gets here. Because I don't know if you guys remember, but he's in a pretty sticky situation at the moment. So last session you guys ventured out into the Great Divide in search of the Black Cell, with your guide, Hargrin Quickeye, lovely little fella, who for some reason you guys just met and instantly hated him. Not sure why, but hey ho.
Strong word.
And you've encountered a straggling band of Minotaurs, which you are currently in the process of fighting. So we shall just continue that battle. If you remember, you had all been kind of following them in the snow. And you're all quite far away from the moment, all apart from one person, which is Wilston, who's just been thrown. However, after he got thrown, you guys saw him get smashed deep into the snow by some of the Minotaurs, and he has disappeared. So, he is currently very heavily incapacitated under like 3 meters of snow. So he's not going to be here for the rest of the fight. I think that's a lovely little excuse.
He's tunneling his way out for an hour.
Hurrying, yeah.
So,
I'd love it if my foundry loaded.
well, you're like the last in the initiative, so it's
Okay, good.
It would be Ivar up first. If I remember correctly, you've hit one of the Minotaurs with a couple of spells, so he's a little bit weak, but all in all...
I'm desperately just trying to get forward, so... let me have a look-see here. If I make that full screen, there we go. Now I can see my spells. Range. Oh god, I'm so small. Oh god, I'm so zoomed out. Oh no. Oh yikes. Okay. Okay. So to start off with, I will use my movement to go forwards by holding control and moving 25.06 feet. Because I'm
cheating.
dwarf, small leg. Which, incidentally, makes this 120 feet here. And that might It's not good enough. It's just not good enough, and I don't have my movie spells. So I will now again move with my action this time to move 25. Uh, 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 0.02 feet. So
Almost an extra 1 foot of movement.
I've gained 0.08 of movement.
Honestly,
Well,
guys.
I'm practically unstoppable. But that gets me in range for, I believe, absolutely nothing. Still nothing, but it's fine. I'm getting there. That's the important thing. The end.
Ilios, then. What are you doing? You're almost at the back of the pack. Not quite, but you're close to being at the back here with Beleric.
Indeed. I think it's time for some movement as well. So, gonna yeah, something like there we are. I'm gonna use my movement and cunning action, which is a bonus action,
It
to move
is.
exactly 60 feet. And
That was quite
there,
impressive.
it was more luck than management, I promise you, as is most of Avelios' this stuff. And then, yeah, I'm going to use my action to pull up the hood on my lovely grey cloak, and it shifts into a sort of white, snowy camouflage. And I'm going to activate my Cloak of Elvenkind.
Lovely. Now tell me what that does so I can tell you if it works or not.
It means that perception checks made to see me have disadvantage, and I have advantage on stealth checks made to hide.
Interesting. Anything else? Or I'm
That is
guessing it
my
was an action.
action bonus. It's an action to pull my hood up and down to
Yes.
activate. So,
Lovely. It is now. So if you remember, out of the Minotaurs, there was 4 kind of normal-looking ones, and then there was one that was kind of covered in runic-looking tattoos that Ivar is quite familiar with, as they are magical in nature. Unfortunately, though, I don't think any of you are really close enough. Well, definitely not. For any of his magic to hit you. So he's just got to back up. So he's kind of looking at you guys. It looks like he's trying to protect the other guys as they run for the hills.
No!
And he's going to just slowly back up around 10 feet or so as he's keeping his eye on you guys with his hands ready. You can see some flickers of flames on his fingertips.
Mm.
And Wilston is going to wriggle around in the snow slightly. Janice.
My question. Did you
Yes.
say we see flames on his fingertips, as in that thing that we are vulnerable to?
Yes.
Okay.
You're
Noted.
wrong. I'm just gonna dash up to him.
Lovely. As soon as you get within 15 feet, so just back up 15. I mean, I'm sure it's not going to kill you, so there's no point moving back. He launches a cone of fire at you, so you're going to need to make a dex save, please.
Okay. Oh, because I have danger sense, don't I get advantage on this?
You do.
Nice. Still get a 12.
Unfortunately, you still got a 12, and that is just a fail at a DC 13. So you're going to take 9 points of fire. If you remember that potions that you've downed, the potion of cold resistance that has allowed you to venture into the mountains gives you vulnerability to fire, so you'll take 18.
But then I also have resistance to fire.
Have you raged?
No, I haven't. So
Oh, sugar plum
Didn't think you
fairies.
had. So you don't have
numbers
resistance
work in
to
my
fire
head.
at the moment.
There we go.
So you just take a flat 18. And then you continue the rest of your turn.
That is the end of my turn.
Oh, lovely.
Just gonna dash.
Eric, then.
Okay. Eric will go 30 feet forwards. So, move, Wait, I can't remember.
Press Control, click on your token, and then drag, and press space.
Lovely. Thank you. I'm going to move 30, and I'm going to action symbiotic entity. So the mushroom pulsates, and you see me gain some things, including 36 temporary hit points.
Ooh. That sounds fun. Anything else?
We'll see what happens. No, that's going to be it.
Lovely. Bell then. Lovely last turn. You're hundreds of feet away from the main action. Let me take one guess. You're going to move.
Stay right where I am. No, this is none of my business.
Sit in the back
Yes,
and write down how you're going to tell this in the tales in the future.
Genuinely. I'm going to move 60 foot and dash forwards somehow.
Again,
Was it?
hold
Click, drag.
Control, click, and then press space.
Get there. I'm sorry. There we go. Whoop. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna, run forward. Yeah, he's probably too far to hear anything as well, isn't he?
Well, I wouldn't imagine so. It's not like there's any blizzard or anything going on at the moment, and it's pretty desolate mountaintop, so I imagine you can hear quite far.
Okay. In which case,
Call him a bitch.
what I would like to do then is... Wait, no, I can't do that. It's an action. I'm just going to shout in Orcish, generally towards that sort of a direction. We're not out here to hurt you. And just kind of shout it as Orcish, hopefully loud enough that he can hear.
You get the feeling they probably did, but
Okay.
they don't make any visible response to your shouting.
Okay.
Ivar just turns around like we're getting ambushed. Like, there's orcs? Oh. It's just Bell. Oh.
Hargren's gonna also dash alongside you through the snow.
Dashing through the snow.
Oh no.
Open sleigh.
No. Illegal.
Yeah, come on, man.
Of curiosity, how deep is the snow?
It's very deep, but it's also very compacted, so you don't sink.
I'm just wondering, in comparison to the dwarves, like
walk on the top. I mean, you'd sink very minimally,
Okay.
but you don't sink very much at all. It's very compact snow at the moment, as it hasn't snowed in a while. Yeah, he just follows up with you, you know, keeping an eye on the Minotaurs, ready a crossbow, just kind of just keeping an eye on what's going on. Ivan, then back to you.
Little legs. Activate! I waddle forwards through the snow. Some more. Oh, no, I did a thing.
Oh, I believe at some point I missed the main Minotaur's turn.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the group.
Well, all they're going to do is move. What is their movement again? All they're going to do is move away. Or just retroactively fix that.
Oh my god, they go so far.
Big
Little
boys move
legs.
fast.
They're like 3 times my size.
My mistake on that one. Sorry, continue your turn.
Okay. I am within thumb range, I suppose. And they are so far away, although... God damn it. The effect that the runic minotaur had, the dome of warmth, I
Mhm.
suppose I'm going to call it, is that around him or them?
It's around him at the. It's around him at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
God damn it. They are far away. But I just had a look at something, and that makes things a little bit more interesting. Yeah, I'm going to cast a fireball right there.
Ah, lovely.
Yeah.
Good. Hit them all, I believe.
I'm hoping so, because it doesn't have 120 feet range. It has 150-foot range. Jesus Christ, it has a 20-foot radius, so one of them is just out. Yeah. Knackers.
Yeah, one of them's just about out, but the other two will.
It
The
is.
three, sorry, will get hit by it.
It is the...
Quick saves for all of them.
Okay, yeah, they are after an 18, because I am casting with my Arcane Grimoire.
Lovely. They all failed miserably.
Mhm.
Well, that is very exciting. Yeah, so let me just do the dice. My first fireball.
400 damage.
Surprising it's taken this long. Usually fireballs.
Yeah, first in, first out.
Yeah.
We have 29 fire
29
damage.
for all of these three at the bottom. Lovely.
As
As
he
this is going
basically
off, I'm just going to be like, no.
It's a massive blast of fire just explodes in the middle, and it tears. Not minus. Sorry. It makes when a nuke explodes, it just leaves like a hole. It makes that in the snow. It just tears out like a massive dome in the snow where they start to fall down slightly.
We're not gonna hurt you.
I make no promises.
I do not
Yeah.
understand.
You
your
don't
fun
understand
language.
Orcish.
True.
Exactly.
I'm
That
gonna
is
yell.
my action and my movement. And as a bonus action, I do nothing.
You're lovely.
Reaction to swear at Ivari and Orcish continuously.
Buddy, we're being ambushed!
Evelios then.
Alrighty. Yep, just sprinting across the snow. So, once again, gonna bonus action cunning action dash 60.01 feet this time, which I believe puts me. Yep. And
And
then
I
for my
remember all
act,
these points that you guys are
yep.
doing on the movement. I'm going to multiply the boss's health at the end by that amount.
Oh, but please multiply the boss's health by 0.1.
Well, no, I'm adding them all together, obviously.
Yeah, fair. In which case, then I'm going to use my action to pull my short bow at the big castery tattooed guy in the middle.
Oh, they're all big. This guy's just got
Yeah.
tattoos on him.
Big castery
strikes things
tattoo.
different.
That's like the three things that you notice about him. So, nah, that's a 15 to hit.
50. I believe that's enough. Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, excellent. And because our lovely friend Janus is within 5 feet, I get sneak attack this time round.
Easy.
Yahoo!
Yahoo.
So,
How many is that at level 9?
that's 1d6 short bow damage and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5d6 sneak attack damage. Gonna reroll that one because Piercer. Ooh, lovely. $23 points of piercing damage.
Ooh, level minus 23. It takes him in the shoulder and it he gets knocked back slightly. Oh no, not in combat. I don't want to click that button.
They all just disappear. We win!
And it is
All right.
now his turn.
Uh-oh.
At which point he's gonna use another spell slot to cast another cone of fire at you, Janice.
Okay.
So if we can get another deck save.
Did you rage?
Nope.
Oh yeah, because it was a held action, so you didn't have a
22.
chance.
Yeah, lovely. So you take 8, doubled to 16. That's funny. I'll double it to 15 because it was 15 originally.
Okay.
So you'll take 15 points of fire damage.
People-
Wait, no. Oh, yes. Never mind. I was confused for a second. Yes. 15 points of fire damage. And you can see. And you can see his face as he kind of like looks at his hands after he casts that. He shakes them. He curses in his language, which you would probably recognize. Make a history check, maybe.
What, me?
Yeah.
Let's go. Nope.
Yeah, never mind. It's a very guttural, harsh language that you've heard it on the front lines, but you can't quite remember if it's if it's abyssal or if it's what's the other one, infernal, or one like you can't really you don't remember which exact one it is, but it's one of them.
A dwarf swearing. It's one of the three.
I don't need to understand the words of my dead enemy.
Yeah, he shakes the remnants of the fire from his fingers and he pulls the great axe from his back.
Oh, yes.
Entrenches in and gets ready to fight you. Giannis, it's your turn.
Rage, baby.
Little tunnel of snow burrowing off into the distance.
You're gonna find him already at the black cell.
I started digging. Okay, we'll start. Okay.
We're gonna bonus action second wind quickly because I am not doing too well on the health.
Ooh.
Go up to 60, and then we whack.
Ooh.
Whack.
Whack him.
Bop him
a
up.
15 hits, a 15 damage.
Oh yeah.
Another
Ooh.
whack.
Whack. 17 damage.
15
Okay.
and a 17.
And
Is that fire damage or is that other damage?
that is fire damage.
Is it all fire?
I think
Spicy.
it's all fire.
Was
Did you
1d6 great sword damage.
Ah. So there's some normal.
Spicy sword.
Yeah, the 1d6
Like,
is sword damage. We'll need a wisdom saving throw as well from you.
Yes.
is his strength modifier converted into the fire or the sharp?
It's converted into the sharp.
And then how's he looking?
He is
Sexy.
so you kind of you dash in with your great sword around his great axe. You cut massive wounds in his chest. He is on his last legs at the moment.
Action surge.
Oh no! Oh no! He's getting chopped to bits.
That doesn't hit.
Ooh.
But you get
That
2.
does hit.
That does hit.
What happened to the
20.
reckless?
I could go reckless.
You could, however,
It's already done.
already done. Who have we lost? Oh, he's back.
Where's my...
I about disappeared under the snow briefly.
Alright.
And he's gone again.
Frantically,
We need
like,
to find Wilston!
Through a selection of drifts.
going under.
Okay.
So yeah, you expertly, you cut around his great sword and then you do a nice little flick, and you chop him from like underneath the armpit to like the top of his head. Nice diagonal slash. With your flaming greatsword, sears the wound behind it as his body drops to the floor.
With your flaming greatsword.
Very deceased. Oh, that guy's not deceased. It's that guy that's deceased. Lovely.
Cease and desist.
And that's your turn.
At the end of his turn, Janus lets out like a loud roar and just like stands triumphantly above his dead body.
Are you going to move the rest of your movement, or?
Of course.
Lovely.
Got to hunt down the rest.
Uh-oh.
You don't have to.
I have to. I cannot move this token because it's not my turn.
Oh, it's not your go anymore.
No, it is now. There you go.
There we go. Done.
These guys. Why is it doing that? Oh. So this guy was right at the edge of the snow ditch, so he's going to be able to move the full 40 feet away. However, everyone else is going to have to get out of the ditch, so they'll be able to move 35.
Yay. Oh no, they're almost off the map.
As they scramble out of the hole. They are almost off the map. I thought I made it big enough. Oh well. We need to make them bigger. Eric, it's your turn.
Eric, okay. We're going to start going fast. We're gonna dash, bonus action teleport, and run for a full 90 feet. This frail old man just absolutely bucking it
You
in
see
the
him
snow.
It's
kicking
because
up
he doesn't sink into the snow. He just
You see him kicking up like
Barely a footprint.
like a spray of snow behind him at the sheer pace that he's moving.
It's like the road runner just
Better again, it's your turn.
Sorry, I'm scrolling back down to the bottom of the map where I am.
They're there. And
I
oh, there.
I think I'm going to kind of, after dashing the first time, super ready to kind of carry on going as I watch Janus just lay into this guy. And I'm going to slow down massively, and I'll carry on like my action perfectly 30 foot. But I'm gonna massively slow down and stop. And I think not do anything else.
Lovely. Well, Hargren's going to follow you, yelling, you know, you can only move 25 feet as well. Wait up, wait up. They've got this. We don't need to get involved. And Ivar, then, back to you.
Okay. Everyone's going fast, are they?
Speeds.
Let's go fast. I'm going to cast haste on myself.
Lovely.
Let me see. Yep, there it is. And we have.
Oh yeah,
haste.
Janus had haste.
I
Could
was
have been.
just about to be like, didn't Janus still have haste up from Wilston?
I'm just going to assume it's gone because Wilston is under the snow.
Yeah.
Wilson can't concentrate because he's drowning. in
Yes.
snow. So
Yes.
as an action, that is that, I believe. Action, yeah. But my movement speed is doubled, so I will use my doubled movement speed to do this one. Wahoo! 50 whole feet. I'll do.
Dash, that's 100.
Yeah, you
I
also
can't-
still have your hasted
Can't use
action.
my
Hasted.
action.
Ah,
But I
yeah.
can use my hasted action. So yeah, I will use my hasted action to dash, which gives me another 50 feet of movement.
Lovely.
Do. Come on. Yeah, that'll do.
Janus sees Ivan's like, ready to join the fight?
Just
You,
about, lad.
So I don't think I'm too fussed about people using 2 leveled spells at the same turn. So you could Misty Step or something if you felt so inclined.
I don't have it prepared.
Oh no.
Yep,
Misty
no
Step.
other movement options.
I love the Misty Step spell. It's one of my favourite spells as a spellcaster.
I have
Best
made
spell.
an oof by not taking it at the moment, but oh well.
Evelios then.
All right. Fast it is. And I'm going to get. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Nope. 89.8 feet. That'll do. As action dash, cunning action dash, as he just sort of like crouches down and then, like an arrow, just straight across the surface of the snow. That is my whole turn. As he's just sprinting.
Okay. Guy's deed. Wilson's busy making like a
Funnel.
mansion. Janice.
I'm just gonna move 30 feet and then I'm gonna try and chuck a hand axe at this guy.
Go for it.
Okay, what's that?
Can I do
You-
reckless with it?
You can, yeah.
I'm gonna go reckless with it then.
So it'll just be at normal.
Okay.
'Cause it's
15.
out of your... On these guys... Yes, a 15 hits these guys as well.
Ew.
Are you going for the guy on the right?
Yeah, this one I hit.
Lovely. Are you adding your rage damage?
What is my rage? Yes.
It's a plus...
Feeling good as hell.
Is it still a +2 at level 9? I don't think it is. I think it goes to a plus...
What's going on?
It might be. Is it level 10? It goes to +3.
What's proficiency?
No, it's a level
No,
9.
because remember,
Yeah, level
Yeah.
9, it's +3. So
Level
Yeah,
9 it
remember,
goes to
I'm-
+3.
I'm not a level 9 barbarian.
Oh yeah,
point.
you're not, are you?
Yes.
You should be. You really should be. Well, this guy is definitely going to continue running on. Well, everyone is, really. This is what their goal is. Oh dear.
I need the hand axe back.
No, it's currently lodged into his quad, so he's definitely taking it with him. Eric, then.
Eric is going to move 30 feet towards them and
Okay.
think this has gone on long enough. And seeing where they are going, he is going to cast Wall of Fire
Ah.
and try and block their escape.
Definitely.
So
Do you want
he's
to
gonna
draw it on?
The fire,
There we go.
no, couldn't
Nice.
move it at all. Don't know if I can move it, but it's there. That's close enough.
You can move it, yeah. You just click on the measurement controls on the left, like L. And then you should
yes,
be able to move it by
right.
clicking on the square at the left.
Thank you. So these two are going to take 5d8 fire damage on a failed save. So can I have 2 dex saves?
You certainly can. If my mouse would come back onto my screen.
DC 17.
Oh, both of them just failed with a 15 and a 16.
Unlucky. In which
Just rather.
case, that 1 and 2 is going to cost them 22 fire damage each.
Lovely.
And their path is blocked.
Right, those pushed back slightly out of the wall. Oh no, they don't get pushed back, do they? I can't remember.
No, but
They just.
I didn't mean to put it on them. It was
Yeah, fair enough.
just in front of them, but they're within 10 feet.
Nice. Spell then. It's your turn.
I'm gonna carry on moving forward. I'm gonna pick up a little bit. That's enough. I think I'm just gonna kind of keep trying to run. Oh, let me just check something, sorry.
The poor
Yeah.
dead boy in the middle of the field that we're all just sprinting past.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna carry on running towards people. I'm gonna ignore Hargren, hope that he can't catch up with me because I've got slightly longer legs than he has. Um, yeah, I'm keeping running. No one can. Yeah, there are expressions happening for Beleric. Everyone's facing the other way, so
Lovely. So, yes, he cannot catch up with you, but he's got his crossbow in his arms and he's running along. Catch it! Slow down, laddie. Slow down.
Oh.
What if they flank me? Ivar.
Okay. Fast boy. Small fast boy. Covered in pasta. We shall do the 50 to start off with. Whoop.
On the scale of things to be covered in, pasta's definitely on the top of the list, I think.
I'll take it. To be honest, it's really good.
Another fireball?
Ooh, tempting.
Don't tempt
Let's see what else we've got. I'm going to use my... Ooh. Oh, yeah, here we go. I'll use my hasted action to move another 50.
Lovely.
However. And let's see how this spell functions. Do. Ooh, deadly close that. God, I need to get longer legs.
Wilson's next job: build Ivar longer legs.
Jetpack. Need a jetpack. I'm not quite in range for what I was planning on doing. So yeah, I will. I'll not mess about. I'll use another fireball and catch them all in it.
Lovely. I believe it will hit them all.
Yep, they are all within 20 feet of a single point. So
Easily.
let's drop the base.
Grab them.
Oh, okay. I'll fail again. One of them got a 15. So that's
18 is what they need because I'm casting through the grimoire still.
These guys they're not very dexterous. They all failed.
Nice.
Pretty
So
badly.
we have a 27 this time. And I'm going to use on the one that didn't get hit with it last time.
Yep.
Which I think is the one who's furthest.
It is, yeah.
I'm going to use my feature. Where is it? Jesus Christ. Power Surge. I'm going to deal an extra 4 force damage to him individually. As I place the head of my Warhammer on the open book and lift up, and the head of it's just burning. And then I sling it forwards, and the detonation occurs.
It launches some bodies. This guy goes flying into the wall of fire up here as his body goes very limp and ragdolls. It creates another dome in the snow. And this guy is scorched to all hell, but you can see he's still got some life left in him. As his arms, you see him try and stop himself from falling over. But that guy's definitely going to go prone. He is super beat up at the moment. That one's prone. The guy on the bottom left is definitely bloodied at the moment. He's covered in scorch marks and burns. And this guy in the top right, he's definitely wounded, but he's still looking all right. Ivelios.
All right, just absolute sprinting once again.
Everybody is just full
I am a
speed.
melee character. Please don't do this to me. Yeah.
It's already been done, my friend. It's already been done.
Hang on. A little bit more. Yeah. Come on, else. Yeah, there we are. Phew. Sprinting. Just right across the surface of the snow. Just. That's my turn.
Okay. We're coming on to Janice then.
I'm also just going to be dashing. That's about it.
Okay.
Just the
Lovely. So the Minotaur in the top right, the one that's looking, the most healthy at the moment, he's going to turn around and kind of survey what's going on. It's when they finish their turn in the wall of fire, right? Not when they
Or if
start
they
it.
enter the wall,
Yes.
if they end their turn within 10 feet or go into the wall.
Yes. And this guy is going to kind of survey what's going on. You see, like, a look of panic on his face. And he's going to go around the wall as he kind of scrambles backwards. So he's going to go off the map. I don't know if you guys can see this, so can you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Lovely. Well, I'll just keep a mental note of how far away he is anyway. But he's 5 foot off the edge. Not 5 foot? Yeah, he's 5 feet off the edge. And this guy at the bottom right, who is completely burned and scorched, he's going to stand up with half his movement. And he's also going to try and run, but not in the same direction. Where he's going to try and probably go this way.
scanner.
And this guy, so these two, they looked at each other. They made eye contact as they looked at what's going on. This guy, he saw he's not mental. He saw like a glint in his eyes. He realised what was going on. And he's going to just go straight for Ivar.
Hey.
Bull rush, charging you. Yes, he has reckless. A 23 to hit.
Oh.
Yep, that'll do it.
Lovely. Let's. Right, so he charges across the field at you with his great axe, twirling it in one hand. Instead of using the great axe, though, he lowers his head and he just gores you with his horns. And
Rude.
hits you. You're going to need a strength save as you take 22 points of piercing damage.
Yikes, big hit. Okay,
Was a big
22 damage. And a strength save, which I don't get anything for with haste. 11.
11 is not quite enough.
Mhm.
So he smashes you in the chest with his head, but you are launched 10 feet away from him.
Yikes.
And you slide across the snow on your back, and you're prone at the moment.
And I'm going to use... Oh! Hold on a minute. I get something for saving throws. Can I use that now, or is it too late?
Probably too
I
late,
see.
as I've already said what's happened.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to use my Warcaster to get advantage on my Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration. 19 and a 10, so 19 to save, which is easy game. So I'm still hasted. But am I prone, or am I...
You are prone as well.
Prone.
Yep.
Balls. 10 feet back and half movement for the first one.
But then he's gonna keep advancing towards you, and he's just looming over you with a great axe ready. Eric.
So, that one there next to the thing, has he had his turn without moving? This one.
Which one?
The one that's right in the wall.
That one's dead.
Oh, he's dead.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, okay. Right. Sorry, he doesn't have the big skull over him like the other ones.
No, he doesn't. He's got a small skull.
Yeah. Okay, but the other three are still alive.
Yep.
Right. Eric is going to move 30 feet. And is going to cast Chill Touch at the fucker who's trying to escape. And let's have a roll. That is a nat 20.
Oh,
For
That is a
29.
lovely roll.
It is. That
So-
definitely hits.
He's going to take 2d8 plus 5 plus 16 necrotic damage, and he can't regain hit points. He takes 28 necrotic damage,
Lovely.
which feels the life drain from him into the snow. That will be my turn.
Nice. He's definitely looking pretty screwed up at the moment. He's just lost like a big chunk of his flesh on his back has just been necrosified. Is there a
Rotted
word
away.
for that? It's rotted away, yes. And the snow and the cold temperatures here has definitely not helped with that whatsoever. And Beleric then. It's your
Okay,
turn.
I'm gonna continue running.
At this point, are you running towards the enemies, or are you just running away from Hargren?
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but
both.
no, I am going to run up to the fella, the deceased
Swear
boy.
if he has a note on him.
Oh, goodies. No. Okay, question, because that was 40 foot of movement to get to him, so that would have been like a bit of dash as well. Can I like kneel down and do something, or is
If you're
does it
not going to
depend
get
on what I'm
involved
doing?
in the combat at all, then I'll just let you do something.
Thank you.
So you can do something.
I'm never going to catch up, so I'm just going to accept my fate. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of, my eyes have been, or Belaric's eyes have been on this down Minotaur for, like, there's been explosions and stuff happening way up there, and it's just not been on his radar at all. He's gonna carry on running over to this dead one and kind of fall into the snow next to them, and take a moment to just kind of close their eyes, if they're open, because I assume he just got slashed and down, so I assume it was a fairly quick death.
I mean, his head is currently not attached to his body.
Oh dear lord. Alrighty.
It's not gory though.
Ooh.
It was seared shut with the flaming greatsword.
I don't know if that's better or worse. Okay.
You think
Okay, in which case I'm gonna try my best to make a bit of a try and redeem it slightly, kind of align his head with his neck, and just probably quite frantically just try and kind of put his arms over his torso and just kind of make it look a bit more like he's resting than he's been violently murdered.
Okay.
It's going to be unsuccessful, that's fine. Because I'm me, I would also like to try and see if he's got any, again, like, notes.
Sure. Do you want to investigate then?
Details. Oh no, that's a nat one. I'm panicking, so it's probably going to be a really hasty pat down.
Yeah.
And
You
That's
do a
right.
quick pat down. You do find that there are some things in his pockets. He's got a little sash on him, but you don't quite have time to search through them yet, so
That's
you
fine.
don't find anything specific. You hear some panting from behind you. There's he can almost catch you. He gets there and he leans over. He holds his hand up. Oh. Thank you. Now, what have you found?
It's such a pest.
can't get him.
I'm not going to reply.
Fair enough.
I'm looking over things, just probably frantically like tearing his pockets apart. But yeah, panic.
He's in the zone.
Ivar then.
Freaking out.
The panic zone.
Mhm.
Okay. Oofed. Big oofed. I'm going to cast Booming Blade on this fine fellow in front of me, I believe.
He's standing up first.
Yes, please. I will unprone myself.
Go
And I will cast Booming Blade. It is a Now, how do I actually use this weapon? Because it has the thing in it. Does it mean I can use spell attacks or?
So I'm fairly certain
No.
Booming Blade just uses your weapon attack.
It's still a normal weapon attack roll. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it will be the worst proficiency. The worst roll I'm going to make with this. For a 21.
21 hits him.
And with that, it's going to be at this level. I think I do damage now with this, right? Normal attack,
damage.
and then I also
Yeah.
get
2d8. I think at this level.
Is it 1d8 thunder
at
damage
fifth
on the
level. Here we go.
initial
The melee
attack?
attack deals an extra 1d8 thunder damage to the target on a hit as well, and then if it moves, it takes 2d8. Okay, so let's do that then. So for the actual warhammer damage, one-handed. It's fucking god. It takes two damage from the warhammer. But from the booming blade, it will take wrong.
Well, the
It
first
takes
one was 8.
It takes 8 damage, and then if it moves, it'll take 9. And I have a hasted action to do something with. Hasted action is going to be... I can disengage. That's pretty good. Yeah.
I think you can also use it to attack as well, right?
Yeah, I might do it. Just take one weapon attack only. Would that also count as using a cantrip? Could I use a cantrip as well?
Yeah, why not? That may be subject to change, but why not? Okay.
Sure. I will use. Actually, no. I will use it for disengaging because then I can get the booming blade damage if it moves. Because then no one will be in its range, and I'll move up to. Oh, I can't move that far. Can I? No, I can't. But I will
You've
disengage and I'll move
50
further up
foot
here.
left, I think. No, you're 25 foot left to move.
25, so I can. Yeah, about there is right.
Lovely.
Cool.
And we come around to an Evelios.
All right. Finally get to do something that isn't just sprinting.
Yay!
So, Evelios is going to move actually around here, 24 feet. And as he's running across the snow, he's just going to keep really low and quiet. And I would like to use my bonus action to hide as my cloak blends in with the snow and I become just another one of the drifts as I set down.
Okay.
So I have advantage because my hood's up, which is math.
In the 30s, probably.
Yeah, 31.
What a
On
surprise.
stealth.
They're never going to see you ever. It's literally impossible for them to spot you.
Excellent.
A bit in the Lord of the Rings when like
And
rock time.
Yeah. Like, it just
And
does
then-
look like a cloak on top of someone, but in actual fact, the Minotaurs see it as perfect, seamless snow.
And then this Minotaur here, this one, I don't know if you can, the one in the middle,
Yes.
I'm going to let loose with a short bow attack off as I like stop for a second, make sure it hasn't seen me, and then just stand up proudly and surprise.
Yeah, that guy's definitely not going to see you.
Which means I have advantage, which means I have lovely things. So that is a 21 to hit.
Yes.
And
he
I
has,
had,
he has 1 health left, so...
oh, I had advantage on the roll, so I'm going to roll my sneak attack anyway, just to see what happens.
Fair enough.
But
Cool. These guys are. This is quite unexpected from these kind of creatures. Have we even seen these kind of creatures before?
Yeah, these are the foot soldiers on the wall. These are like
So
the step above the normal, like, tiny little spine devils and the the demons that just get thrown at it in mass numbers.
It's really like out of character for them to just be leaving, right?
Well, they are intelligent.
And they
kind
know
of,
they're
I mean,
kind
they're
of.
they're on intelligence level of humans, so.
And they
So
have
31
had
damage.
Oh Jesus! 31 stealth, 31 damage.
Yep.
Oh God.
Yeah, suffice to
I killed him
say,
30 times over.
he's now just bits of charred flesh strewn across the ground.
Nice.
Indeed.
All right.
Okay.
Then I would like to use my remaining 6 feet of movement.
Unacceptable.
Every feet of
Uh,
movement counts.
There we are. Just to move a little bit more forward.
makes all the difference.
Triumphant step.
Yeah, it's
Aha!
very much. It's a big stride as he looks towards the one that Ivar hit, and is just sort of like making himself a big target. Like,
Jealous.
see what I can do.
Janice is slightly confused as why Ivar left this enemy, so he's just going to kill him. We're going to just reckless as well.
That's what you think. Little do you know this guy's Tiamat in human form.
Oh no!
Nope, he's dead.
Final form.
Yeah, that's the first hit.
So much for Tiamat.
Oh, there we go. We would have taken 25 more anyway.
Moving on to
Force.
bigger gods.
Very dead.
41 damage.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Man.
It wasn't
Lovely.
Tiamat. It was Ian and Matt. Yeah, that's Ian. The other guy's Matt.
You just skipped the Minotaur's turn again.
No, I didn't. I'm just about to do it. This guy is going to run another 40 feet off the map. So he's now 45 feet off the edge.
Alex,
Eric.
get back here.
Okay, I am going to move 30 feet so as to catch this boy.
Mm-hmm.
And
whole boy.
I'm going. Pardon?
That whole boy.
That whole boy.
whole
And
one.
I'm going to shoot him.
Oh.
He's 40 feet off the edge of the map, so 100 feet away from me. So I've got enough
He's
range.
45.
He's 45.
Okay, yeah, I've still got enough range.
Aaron.
All important 5 feet.
And I will.
Eric pulls out a 50 caliber sniper rifle.
Exactly. I've been talking to Wilston. There we go.
Using a
And I'm gonna
Velios
do
as
the
a
same
back.
dull touch.
I cast anti-material rifle.
24
Finally.
hit,
That does hit him.
doing
Oh.
12 necrotic damage.
Oh,
Lovely. You see him take another stumble in the snow, but he's still on track. Bell then.
Bellaruk, finish him
Ooh.
off.
The dead,
can do it.
the decapitated guy in front of me doesn't stand a chance. Can I hold my turn until after Hargren, just to
Yeah,
kind of
go
see
for it.
what he does?
Push him over. Run.
He just continues panting. He walks up a little bit more to you, and he attempts to put his hand on your shoulder and like peer over to see what's going on with the dead body.
Okay. I am going to steel myself and kind of take a very quick breath, stand up very, very straight, and look at Hargren and go, just before stomping off into the snow, we'll search the body then, if that's what you want to do. And I'm going to go stomping over here. I can't stompy over there.
Oh, there you
Stompy over here.
Beluric is having this moment by this dead body while we're all just trying to kill all these Minosaurs.
go. Lovely. Ivar then.
Right in his feels.
Okay then, let's see what I can do here. Dead. Dead? This one?
Yep.
Yep, all three are dead apart from
Okay.
the one that's off the map.
So it's just the one off the map. Okay, so
Which you are 110 feet from.
for
The- the-
movement,
The fabled off the map Minotaur. Yeah, if you go within 10 feet, I'm assuming you put the fire on this side of the wall. Right?
I did, but I'll drop concentration on it.
Okay.
oh, does the wall drop?
Yeah, the wall drops.
Fantastic, I can see. And with that, I go here, and then I, and I'm going to fire off a fire bolt at the
Lovely.
back of this guy's head.
You're not going to use our artillery cannon?
I'm going to use my mini cannon, and we are going to roll with. I've been doing this right. Oh, I have been doing this right. Okay, good. A 20 to hit.
I believe so.
Oh. For 17 fire damage.
He,
Lovely.
well, as he's the last guy, do you want to say what happens?
Hey. Yeah. So the last thing again, he puts his warhammer to the page, and it ignites, and he speedily moves forward, faster than you've seen him move regularly, at least. And then he basically just lines up a shot straight down his arm, straight along the warhammer, points the head down, and a bolt of fire jettisons out. You hear him say under his breath, "Igni," and you just see this streak of flame strike the back of it, and it basically just, and he topples over. Nothing big and fancy, just a little hole in the back of his, in the back of him, straight through.
It takes him a few seconds, and then he, comically, slowly falls face forward, slaps the floor with a small puff of snow.
I like to imagine Ivar running with haste is watching like a little sausage dog, just the legs moving so fast.
And that means, as far as you guys are concerned, we're out of initiative. So,
We're not dying.
you're not.
Yay!
What are you doing?
As far as Wilston's concerned, he's in the middle of a pitch battle, but we're ignoring
Yes.
that.
Let's
Well,
start
he's-
digging.
He still is.
I
He's
think
digging
Wilston, you went into the snow, and then he kind of forgot about the fight, and he's just tinkering. He's made like a little hole underneath the snow, and like the bottom layers, and he's just, they'll got it. He's working on some crafting. So, what's everyone else doing?
A nice. Janus is going to have a nice sit down.
cool as ass after he's been set on fire twice.
Yes.
As the haste ends on Ivar, as he looks around and he doesn't see any more threats. It wasn't going to last much longer anyway, so he lets the lethargy sweep over him, and he just steadies himself with the warhammer, and then eventually pulls himself back up and starts making his way back over to the others. He's going to go towards the magic caster.
Go for it.
You two all right? And he's speaking towards Bellerook and what's his name? Quick Eye. Hagren, yeah. You two all right? What are you doing here?
You're gonna get no response as he just walks straight past you.
Oh,
Not even gonna
put
look.
the headset. You're gonna have to repeat that because nobody's.
Oh no.
Oh no, they can still hear you. Never mind. It's just me that can't hear you.
That's fine. Ivar's gonna get no response. Belleric's just gonna not even look at him, eyes straight ahead, and just walk past.
You get like a slight pant from Hagrid as he's kind of like bent over on his knees. Just get a thumbs up.
Right. Bloody hells. And I want to look at the markings just to see if there's anything unusual, untoward, anything that I might be able to glean from them.
Go for it. Just make an Arcana check. Anyone else doing anything in the meantime?
I'm going to start piling the other Minotaur's bodies on top of each other.
The natural 1 for a 9.
With a natural 1, yeah, no, it all looks pretty standard.
Like both of us had looked at this Minotaur and gone, weird, and then moved on.
You fuck this guy. Where's his head? Oh, why is it backwards? Who put this here?
3 feet away.
What's everyone else doing?
I've pulled my hood down so my cloak returns to its sort of slate grey.
Oh, there you are. Come slinking back, is it?
Did you not see the arrows?
Actually, no.
Well, then I'm doing my job, aren't I?
How can we tell?
I gesture to the Minotaur that Janus is just heaving onto the top of the heap, which has a massive arrow wound through one shoulder.
Someone else could have done that. All right, fine.
Thank you. What's up with Bellerook?
I'm really not
Anyway.
sure. He does not look well.
That's one way to put it. Well. Anyway.
Right, we need to find somewhere to make a camp.
Yes, I completely forgot that you all had a level of exhaustion during that entire fight, but oh well.
We do.
You
So
did.
many ability checks.
Oops.
Can I have a quick investigate of?
Yeah,
this
that would be a
dispel?
good idea. Yeah, you could have a look at them. Oh, just the spell guy. Oh, okay. Yeah, go for
Oh, well, all of them. I'll spend
Everything's been
time having a
incinerated.
look.
Yeah, you can just spend time. You don't have to do a roll. You spend about 10 minutes trying to. I mean, does anyone else want to look at any of them at the same time? Or
I'm going to help Janus move them into one of the craters so that as it fills with snow, they'll be buried.
Oh, I was going to set them on fire, but okay.
Or that. Either way, a pile's a pile.
I'll take a look through the pile first, because
Okay.
I believe you said they were carrying like packs. Yeah, do I
Yes,
remember that correctly?
yes, they are. They have.
They were, and then they caught on fire.
They have
Gonna
large backpacks on them, which yes, they
Grab
do
one
now
away
have.
from the
You know,
blaze.
they do now have large chunks of like melted holes in them, but you know they're still holding the contents.
Sorry.
Try and see what's in any of them. Anything interesting.
Ah, yes, there are a couple of interesting things. So the normal Minotaurs, you siphon through their packs, you find what's a nice number? You find
2,000 gold.
you find across all of them, you find 13 iron pickaxes that are stuffed into these backpacks, along with a good chunk of now burned and inedible rations, a couple of completely scorched bedrolls, and a couple of other, like a tinderbox, quite menial things as well. On the magical guy, Eric, I guess you'll be the first to look at the magical guy, as Ivelios was looking at the normal guys.
Without failing, of course.
Well, it's just an overtime check, so you don't need to roll like every 6 seconds to see how you do. You can do your Arcana thing over time as well if you want to try again, but as far as you're concerned, they're all fine.
Yeah. I'll leave it to Eric to see if he brings anything to our attention.
The magical guy, he also has in his sack only one pickaxe, but he also has, the sack and some rations and stuff like that, which I believe this guy's backpack is still intact, because I don't think he got fireballed, so I'm fairly certain all of his stuff is still pretty whole.
It might be a bit scattered around where Belleric's just kind of tossed it out, but
Yes, he has, he has a little component pouch. He's got his great axe. He also has another little pouch around his waist. he has a couple of these quite similar pouches, actually. He's got one around his waist, and he's got maybe 3 or 4 in his backpack. And as you open them and you look in them, you find that in these pouches it's a very fine-grained black powder. And there's quite a lot of that. And that is about it in terms of what you guys find.
Interesting, interesting, yes, yes.
Eva, do you... Oh, maybe, Ivelios, do you know what this black powder is?
I'm gonna take a wander over and have a quick look at it. If it is black powder, I'm assuming that I'm aware of it. Do I know what
Yes.
this powder is?
Yeah, you would, do you? Do you
I-
need me to
I was-
tell you?
As
It
in,
is black powder, right?
Yeah.
as in gunpowder, that kind of
Mhm.
thing.
Yes, that is the correct yes. This is an explosive. Don't jostle it too much, please.
Yeah. I give it a sniff.
Yes.
Where's Wilston? Wilston, I've got something for you. Oh, God.
It'll be right up his alley. I'm more alchemical than explosive, but it's useful in demolition of
He
either
would have
large rocks or your enemies.
he would have had a lot of use with it, as he was the guy who made the cannons and stuff like that on the wall. So he would have been one of the first adopters of black powder. He also uses
Actually-
it for his gun.
Imagine if Ivar fireballed it.
Strange.
That's
Like
me.
a bandolier just going off.
They all have lots of pickaxes, gunpowder, ways to get rid of rock. It's
Mining.
strange for them to be so focused on it.
So, if these were going the same place that we were, that might indicate that there might be some digging involved. Or if they weren't, maybe there's some resources that they were after somewhere in these hills.
Maybe.
So, I'm not sure if I said last week, but if you remember where you kind of got their tracks, they were going at a slight angle that maybe Hargrid or one of you kind of triangulated, that it wouldn't go exactly where you're trying to go, but it wouldn't be too far off.
So it was close enough for us to be like, oh yeah, they're gonna end up in the same area as
Definitely the same area, but not
us at least.
not particularly even close. It depends, obviously, how far they were going.
Ah, true. All right. Hargreen, are there any particularly valuable mineable resources up in the hills as opposed to under them?
Oh, is it on top of them? I don't know. There's loads of stuff that kind of gets exposed on top of these mountains, but nothing any really...
Nothing in particular that might stand out for these guys to want to dig holes into?
Nothing that comes to mind. I mean, there's quite possibly, mithril mines, gold mines, iron mines across these mountains. They've never really been explored very well. Very dangerous places. Probably be...
I mean,
probably costs more to pay the workers to mine in this dangerous environment than it would to actually sell the resources that they can find here. So, yeah.
Well, then I'm afraid I'm at a loss why they would be carrying so much mining equipment.
It might become clear in time, I suppose. Depends.
Maybe we should bring some with us just in case.
I assume that can be done. Wilston, where the bloody hells are you? He's got my stuff in his bag.
As I'm not sure exactly when he's going to get here, Wilson pops his head out of the snow.
Hey, I need your bag.
And
then
he will happily give you your stuff back. And they all
I'll
also
just put
had
the mining picks into the bag of holding, basically.
Okay. They all also had their 5 great axes as well, if anyone would like them.
I'll take one.
Trophy.
Good choice.
Balrog, do you want to grab one of those as well?
Especially.
No. Eric? No?
You don't think I could hold it?
No. Evelios?
It is a crude weapon that is unsuited to shipboard combat.
Maybe it could help pay for some of your crew, though, if you
Or
wanted.
threaten them with it if they start giving you attitude again.
But perhaps I can use a couple to, sword ropes or something. I'm sure they'll come in handy as a.
Do
I
they
can always
look?
use the hafts.
Do they look particularly well made? Are they kind of generic? Are they kind of
They are.
demonic?
They are. No, they're not demonic. They're quite even possibly ones that you guys have made on the wall. They look,
Oh, bastards!
very
Yes, we will,
straightforward, just wood and metal. There's no
We will
any signs of demonic craftation.
take them
Craftation.
back then, I suppose. Is it not reconstitute? Is it reconstitute? It's something like that.
Reclaim?
But yeah, we'll reclaim them. Hopefully we can get them into the bag as well.
Quite possibly, I'm not sure. We'll see when Wilson gets back.
We'll put
Oh.
as many in the bag as possible, and then we'll ask Wilston when he arrives and be like, "How much weight have we got left?"
2 tons.
um,
While everyone's kind of sorting out axes and stuff, in an attempt to look busy but also to actually do something, can I just keep an eye out on the surrounding area, particularly for the big spooky monster, just in case there are any storms incoming, but also just to keep an eye out in the area because we let off a few explosions.
Yeah, of course.
I'm quite
You can roll a quick perception if you'd like.
sure. Can't go too wrong, right?
You think so?
That is a 21.
Yeah. You don't spot anything untoward. No storms on the horizon. No motion. No anything that you would see and be like, that's not supposed to be there. So yeah,
Just I'll keep an eye out while everyone's doing stuff.
lovely. Any more for any more, or are you making camp and moving to tomorrow?
Meat camp.
yeah. Are we? Whereabouts shall we make camp? Can we ask Hargrim where he thinks the best place nearby would be? Preferably a little bit further away from the recently deceased.
It's all the bloody same up here, man. Snow
Alright then.
wastelands. On a little bit, I'm sure we'll find a. Just dig out some snow, cover from the winds, and we should be all good.
Yeah, that's what I was going to try and look out for. Somewhere that wouldn't be hit by the wind quite as badly.
You can make your own place up there quite easily.
Yeah.
It's the crater you made.
Make a snow igloo.
The craters you made are also filled with scorched flesh.
Yeah.
yeah.
But for our overnight rest, I would like to cast. Let's make sure I have it. There it is. Yep, I would like to cast Tiny Hut.
Lovely.
Yeah, I got you, boys.
Oh, actually, how is it 5 people? There's a number limit on it, right? That can fit in it.
It says 9
It's
creatures
not
of
five.
medium size or smaller can
Okay,
fit inside the
fair
dome with you.
You are absolutely fine then.
Who gets ostracized from the hut?
So you
Wilston,
find
get out! Too
so
big.
You
Burrow's back in.
you walk on for another 20 or so minutes until you're getting really haggard and tired. And Hargrim gets out a couple of military foldable shovels, and you all start digging a nice little shallow ditch in the snow.
Brave.
You pop up your tiny little hut. It takes whatever form you want it to take, and you all enjoy a lovely long rest.
Before, when we're just sort of bedding down, Eric is going to. How big is a tiny hut?
20-foot radius. And then
Is it bigger on the
bones from there.
inside than the outside, or is
no,
it?
there is
Okay.
no TARDIS shenanigans.
Okay. Eric is gonna try and find. Is Bellerock gonna stay inside the whole time?
Are we doing like watches or anything?
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not.
Securing the
You
power
do
of the hut.
I am
all
making
have a
the
level
hut.
of exhaustion, so you will. If you take watches, you will not lose your level of exhaustion. You'll need the full long rest.
I know. Okay. Well, if nobody else is, I'm not. So, yeah, I think he's probably gonna shuffle towards like as much towards the edge, like out of the way as possible. He's gonna be detached, definitely more than he's ever been in the past.
Mm.
But
So
yeah,
long as-
inside.
So long as you're all within the radius whilst I cast it and put it up, you're all going to be marked to be able to pass freely in and out of it.
I'm fairly certain you can also see through the walls, can't you, if you're on the inside?
You can see out of it. Yeah, it's lightly obscured, but you can just see through it. It's like shaded.
I don't think you can see in, though, if you're on the outside.
No, it is
One-way tinted glass
opaque
from the outside.
from the outside, but transparent from the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, words. Yeah, so creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast the spell, can move through it freely. So you can go in and out of it at will. It's comfortable and dry inside, regardless of the weather. Outside. And I can command the interior to be dimly lit or dark. Dome is opaque from the outside, and any colour I choose, and transparent from the inside. Sorted.
So before they when everyone's bedding down and that sort of thing, Bellerock sat in the opposite side of the on his own in the corner. Eric is not going to go over to him. He's going to purposely go over to the exact opposite side of the room. He's going to start speaking as if he's talking to himself, but like loud enough that people could hear if they wanted to. And he's going to be speaking a bit in Orcish, and anyone who can speak Orcish, whoever that may be, would hear Eric just saying to himself, "I know you want to be. Well, I think you want to be alone for a moment, and that's totally okay. Take as long as you want. If you do want to talk, I am always happy to. I hope you're okay."
Oh no.
Are you good over there, Eric?
You just hear a grumbling coming from the corner with Eric, and he's like, "Yes,
Speak
I
not a
don't have,
word of Orcish.
I have no
Something in my
dirt
throat.
here. It's just a bit sad."
Okay.
Ivar's
Well.
looking out again. Are we seriously being attacked by orcs again? They're grumbling outside. I can hear them.
Janus is fast asleep snoring.
Very
Where's
We
the
love the
sofa?
consistency. Made one
Cruel
out of
man
snow.
strikes again.
I'm fairly certain anything can be in it, so. Right? Can you not just have sofas on the inside of the tent?
If you bring them in with you.
Or do you have to bring them in? You need to get a bag of holding for your sofas.
Yes.
I need to learn the mansion spell or the the
Magnificent
fortress
Mansion.
one, and then just have the sofa room.
Janus would be like, just constant cast it. Just come on, guys.
We'll just never leave. It's fine.
Okay. If we've got Belrock on one side and Eric on the other, if Elios is going to take like a third point of the cardinal directions and curl up like with his back right to the outside of it, the hut, and then be like, "This thing is safe from the outside, right, Ivar? Nothing can get in."
Unless it burrows underneath.
Well, Arctic badgers aren't a thing. I say confidently, having no clue, and then Evelios just sort of lies on his side and goes to sleep.
And then I'll just lean into Wilson like, dig under him tonight.
I'm gonna wait a few minutes and after Eric initially kind of says stuff and kind of notice everybody else lying down, getting ready to sleep or anything. I'd like to clarify that I would like to still get a full night's rest. I don't want to talk so long that I die.
Oh, the way that all bards die. Talking too long.
Over talk. But when everyone's kind of settled down a bit, I'm gonna shuffle around next to Eric, and again in Orcish, but very quietly, like very deliberately, so that only Eric can hear. Hopefully, just kind of say, "Do you see the way he looked at me?"
Minotaur?
No, Ivar. Despite everything, despite all of the years we've travelled together, still thinks we're monsters.
I know. It's hard. It's the man has spent his whole life living one way, dealing with things one way.
You didn't. You found me in that forest and you helped me.
Bella, you, you, you have always been very special. It takes so much for someone to break free of their upbringing, to break free of what they've been taught as a child. That is an incredible thing to do, and something you've done so well. You know people on both sides who struggle with that.
Some more than others.
Yes.
If we get there, and there are people like me, orcs, family, friends, and they attack them, with no thought, I can't promise that I won't stop them.
As in, you won't know. You will try to stop us fighting, if possible.
It's different. If people start it, if it's self-defense, that's different. But if we start it, if they start it,
Yeah, yes, that makes a lot of sense. If you're starting to feel like that, please let me know and I will try as hard as I can. We both want everybody to be happy and safe. Yeah, I fully support you.
Thank you. I hope it won't come to that, but I didn't know what murder looked like until today. I've seen fighting, I've seen death. This is
The chasing.
excessive. Hunting.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. And I don't know if I said it before. Thank you for not doing this back then.
You are an incredible person, and every day it brings me great joy. What happened? I'm glad I got to meet you and got to see what you become. Yeah, I'm very proud.
And kind of gently elbow Eric's arm. Just because I didn't look like a threat, wasn't it?
Not many orcs walk through the forest singing. Yeah,
More than
You-
you'd think.
you are one of a kind.
Thank you, Eric. Really. I know I don't say it often genuinely, so thank you.
I just lean my head against you.
Oh,
I bonk
how
back
cute.
again.
The silence is broken by a loud snore.
What a cute moment in this world of hell and death.
Just hit Janus's foot. Just knock it. Shut up, you bloody oaf.
Mm.
I'm trying to eavesdrop. I'm learning Orcish.
It just sounds like two people kind of desperately trying to clear their throats.
Yeah. Heard Bellerook and I heard Eric, and that's it.
Lovely.
Can you guys keep it down? Some of us are trying to sleep.
You're past the
Ignoring
beauty sleep
Janus.
thing, believe me.
I'm going to make it too warm over by Ivelios in the dome. Change the temperature, just sweating him out. Yeah.
Good lord.
Wherever he moves to.
I take like 2 steps outside the dome, freeze for 3 seconds, and come back in.
And then I make it very cold, so it doesn't warm you up at all.
You
Blanket,
bastard.
blanket. Does anyone have a spare blanket in this godforsaken place?
Oh, don't worry, I can change the temperature in here.
Really?
Yes.
Hmm.
Too cold? And I make it the nice temperature again.
Ah, thank you very much, Ivar. Much
You're very
appreciated.
I'm just staring in between like Bellerook and Eric, just being like what just happened?
Eric is just gonna start. Well, he doesn't sleep, but he's gonna start prancing. And actually, anyone who watches him for any period of time will normally. No one has ever seen him sleep because he's normally underground. You will see very slowly, like you can almost see parts of his skin like bubble out a bit very slowly, like it starts to pull out a bit, and then it touches like snow or anything and just comes back in. And in other parts of his body, it's almost like roots are trying to form, but it's they're very thin. You wouldn't see them unless you're looking directly at them. But
Like
that
the little spindly, fibery kind of.
Lurik's gonna have nightmares.
There's no dirt.
Yes.
We've dug down to dirt level, haven't we? It's just cold dirt.
Oh no, you're not down at dirt level. You've just down so that you're under the.
And we
Wind
so
level.
it's
Under the lip.
compact.
Yeah.
It's compacted. Okay.
You don't know
Yeah.
how deep this snow is, but it's presumably very deep.
Ancient
I'm gonna
ice.
stick by Eric asleep because I'm tired.
Lovely. Anyone else for anyone else? Any other interesting conversations?
Any other trauma anyone wants to reveal? I don't
No,
need
not
therapy,
particularly.
D&D.
Eh,
Not
No.
on this snowy mountain.
no, I've done all right, really, most of the time. Just same old shit. Soldier's life, as you do.
Janus is fast asleep. He's got nothing to add.
Lovely. So, you wake up nice and early in the morning, maybe sleeping a little bit because of the lovely temperature and how nice and comfortable it is in this hut.
Let's just not leave. Let's just stay here.
And then after the 8 hours, the
time's
hut
out.
disappears.
Okay, so you don't wake up early. You don't wake up late. You wake up to the sudden freezing cold.
There's the like 1 minute arcane warning in like Ivar's head of a spell that's ticking down as his concentration begins to fade on it, and he's like, right, gets up, wraps a cloak around him, and just waits for everybody else. And then it just like peels away from the top down as a couple of drifts of snow start to drift in for that have settled on the top, and then yeah, just he's like just like built a little fire in the middle in the last moments of the dome and lights it just as the dome starts to come down, so we have something to keep us a little warmer. But yeah,
Lovely.
fucking freezing.
Everyone else wakes up with flash freeze.
Not my fault this time.
But you have all had a long rest, so you're happy to readjust, get your hit dice back, all of your spell slots and all that good stuff if you need to.
I need to piss about with some spells, so it's going to take me a little minute to sort this stuff out, but then I'll be good to go.
That's all good. We will just continue because we're not going to wait on you to do that.
What?
But
You
hopefully,
don't want to watch me piss about with my spells?
not particularly. I mean,
Oh,
do you want to vote on it, guys?
Dare
It's
uncomfortably.
Just 15 minutes of Ivar
Yeah.
going, not this one. This one. Not this one. This one.
So,
Maybe.
Role-play the meditation.
you are continuing your journey to the Black Cell. We will need one more survival check for the next 2 days before you arrive there from everybody, please.
So
I guess
22.
survival, the thing I'm good at.
hey,
And I've got this far.
So 22, 17, and 11. We need one
17.
from Ivar.
15.
20. And that's everyone. So.
Do you want me to calculate the average?
I mean, you can, yes, but I'm fairly certain you'll be fine.
you say that.
85 divided by 5, so 8, 9, there's 17. No? Yes, 17 average.
What is
Lovely.
happening?
You are.
Numbers.
Maths.
Ah.
My biggest weakness.
um, yes, no. So you continue your journey onto the Black Cell. Over the next 2 days, I'm assuming you're going to go through the same routine tomorrow night with your tiny hut.
Absolutely.
I'm assuming anyone who wanted to have any discussions would have just had them, so we'll just continue through. You all have a lovely rest in the hut that night, and again you wake up to a nice, lovely flash freeze, and you continue on. So maybe about half an hour or so before you arrive at the Black Cell, you've been slowly climbing up a steady incline as Hargrim's been leading you across this snowy wasteland, until you arrive at what feels like, again, like at the peak of a hill. And as you look out around in front of you, basically what you see is a ginormous ice lake, miles and miles and miles across, with one solitary mountain situated right in the middle of the lake that's kind of peeking up over the ice. And you can just about make out from where you are. You're about half an hour. It would take you about half an hour to cross this, so you're, I don't know how many miles that is, but it's quite far. And you can just about make out a large opening in this mountain, like a massive open cave mouth inside of the mountain. And as Hargren stands there on top of the hill, hand on his hips, looking all proud, well, that's got to be your destination, surely.
You'd
I
assume.
mean, yeah, I'd hope so.
Well,
Sheltered from the elements a little.
if my life has taught me anything, it's that the massive solitary mountain in the middle of nowhere with a suspicious-looking entrance is probably where you're trying to go. This is where we are on the map.
Well,
So we just
yeah.
got to cross this lake.
The fun part. Right. Brilliant.
Yeah, it should be fine. Ice is going to be feet thick, just a little slippery.
Is the lake in the middle, between
So
us and the mountain, or is the mountain on the lake?
The mountain is in the middle of the lake. It's surrounded by like a massive
Donut.
donut, yeah.
Oh,
Ice.
so the mountain comes from below and
Yes.
up. It's not a mountain sitting on some ice, of course.
Well, you would presume not. That probably isn't how mountains work.
Is that not just a pyramid at that point? Like just a badly constructed pyramid.
But this
I
ice
know,
lake
I know a
is
thing about rocks and.
this ice lake is surrounded by mountains like that ring it, so it does look like it's like the mold for a giant donut, because it's ringed by mountains, and it's also got a mountain in the middle, and you're kind of stood on top of the edge of one of them, looking in.
Eric would like to. Are we in a sort of valley in front of the
No,
lake, or
you're on top of one of the mountains that are around the edge.
Okay. Eric would like to have a quick look around to see if he can see anything, particularly storms or other people and that sort of thing around.
Go for it. You can roll a perception.
Ooh, I'm not great at perception. 17.
You're not great at perception. That was a
Well, I
joke.
have a plus. Yeah, it was sarcasm. I've got a +9.
Yeah, with a 17, you don't see any storms on the horizon. It's a particularly cloudy day, so you don't see much sun either. It's quite dark up on the mountains, and you don't spot any telltale signs of people. It seems extremely desolate. It's very quiet. And,
Calm before the storm.
solitary. Well, yes, but there's no storm, so it's just the calm. The calm before the.
More calm before the storm.
Yes.
Well, not great at judging distances, but is it shortest on the lake going straight or in at the sides? What does it look like to you guys? Or is it perfectly similar?
I'm going to try and see what the bloody hell he's on about.
I'm trying to work out whether it's if there's a way where we're walking on less ice, as in on ice for a shorter amount of time.
Well, Hargren being the survival expert, he knows what he's looking at. It's about the same, really. Obviously, we can't see the other side, but I can't imagine it would save us much time.
We really want to just walk in through the front door.
Why not? That's what front doors are for.
There's no other door.
Joseph.
But there's no time like the present.
Does it have any windows?
The mountain.
Yes. Does the mountain have any windows?
From
This
what you
is
can
crucial.
see,
Not a
the
silly
mountain
question.
Does not have windows.
As a dwarf, yes, we do like to ventilate our mountains.
Exactly.
Using one door.
Using one door. One window right at the top.
Is that not a chimney?
No, there
would
doesn't seem
like
to be any windows.
All right. Then I guess we'll have to do the front door then.
Just before
Good.
any decisions are made, if I am able to, I would like to kind of see if I can nudge Eric again. For the last couple of days, Belleric's been quite quiet, which weird,
Very unusual.
weird all round. Uncomfortable for everybody involved. Trust me. I'd like to, kind of sidle up to Eric again, and again in Orcish, say, we didn't tell Hargren where we were headed. Would we like to keep it that way? Not talking about murdering him. I can
I think
send him on
he's-
his merry way.
No, I think we might need him on the way back. I'm not sure. I think if he was planning on doing something, he might have done it by now. But you're right, keeping an eye on is a good idea.
I also wonder who, when we arrived in Rulam live, who might have made note of that and sent word wherever word needed to be sent.
Sorry, say that again. I misheard. Did you say that he would report back to Room?
I wonder who, when we arrived at Rulam live, whether that got reported anywhere.
When the Kraken failed to eat us all.
Who noticed we weren't dead?
Yes, basically.
I feel we can open this to everyone. I'm
I
not
guessed.
the most strategic of minds.
Far too kind for that.
Oh,
And
you!
I will shift language and in common raise the same point to everybody. Notably grumpier though than when I'm talking to Eric.
It's hard to tell when you're speaking to
Notably.
Eric in literal grunts.
Oh,
The shift in
Gonna.
expression. We'll know what Beleric normally sounds like, and it's usually quite animated, and this is not.
He's really annoyed about something.
You think?
Well, oh, you're being sarcastic now as well. Great.
Isn't it wonderful?
I'm going to set fire to everything. Anyway, go on. What? It's what? Something about someone's noticing us being alive rather than dead? Is that what you mean, or?
We will try to... But there was likely a murder attempt on us as soon as we set the seas.
It did seem quite
Targeted.
coincidental.
No such thing as coincidence.
Exactly.
Orchestration. There's people playing out of tune.
Hmm.
This was purposeful.
Well, it didn't work.
So somebody in Rulam knows it didn't work.
But are they particularly related to anyone anywhere else?
This is my question.
I mean,
Don't.
it's been a while since I've been home, so I wouldn't be able to pick them out of a crowd if that's what you're asking me. Nothing else seemed particularly untoward. Everything seemed as it should be as we arrived, from what I can remember.
I don't know enough about the situation between Illyrians and Rulam to even guess who would have agents where.
How long does that beautiful hut of yours last, Ivar?
I can sustain it for about a night, from sun
Yeah,
up to sundown.
so it takes a lot of your thoughts and concentration.
It's something I'm aware of. It just doesn't last forever.
Okay, what if we were to set up Hargrin nearby so he could be safe and we could come back to him, but maybe not take him on the secret mission?
I would have to remain with him if I were to cast the dome.
Well, he's a
Right.
survival expert, isn't he? I'm sure he can manage.
I mean, we could just leave him in the entrance of the doorway.
I mean, he could just come with us.
There are
Oh, the one that didn't show him the
matters
map.
of state that are at stake, are there not? I know he is in your father's confidence, Ivar. However, we barely know the man.
Well, got us this far. He's got a job to do, I suppose. There's no
And you still
real
haven't-
harm in him coming in with us.
Who do you trust here in this situation?
Well, everyone that's here.
Because you haven't shown Hargrim the map at all.
Oh,
He has been shown the
There
map.
must. But he hasn't shown the destination, has he?
oh yeah.
Yeah,
From
He,
the
kn- he,
destination,
he
we've
knew, he
not-
knew where we were going.
We haven't told him what
He just
the place
we
is.
didn't
what
say
we're
we didn't say
doing.
what was going to be here. Mostly because we didn't really know what was going to be here ourselves, but also because like I didn't want him pissing around, going, oh, I'm going here and to do this thing in this place back home. But now that he's with us,
I'll
what
let-
the fuck? It's a cave. Found a cave. Going in the cave.
We're going to take him with us and leave him in the door.
It's
Does
up
he
to
need
him,
to be-
really.
Does he need to be further than the door, really?
I mean, ask him. Just turn and look at him. Do you want to come or not?
I was busy admiring this wonderful view.
Oh shit!
Nice.
It's talking to me.
Yes, I would like to stay outside of the weather out here, really. I mean, a cave is always a nice blessing on the mountains.
Sure.
Huh?
You might die. There might be something dangerous in here.
It's a case when you head into these mountains anyway, nothing I'm not used to.
All right.
Hargren, there is something very important I must ask you. Please. And I go up and stand. Well, actually, are we eyeline level? He's a dwarf. No, actually, I'm looking down on him.
Yeah.
But if you are to join us, I need your word that anything we see will not be shared with anyone outside this group. It is of utmost importance. Do you agree with these terms?
While he's saying that, I
Um,
would like to cast Detect Thoughts as well. Just to
Ooh.
double check.
So that's a wisdom save? Or is that only... Because you
for
just
the-
2 levels of it, right?
Yeah, for the surface levels, it just kind of happens, I think. Let me just check that.
Yeah.
I think for surface levels, it just happens, and then if you want to delve.
Well, but what do you get from surface level? It's like feelings, right? Or something like that? Or I can't remember.
Let me just
Instant
check.
thoughts.
Just active thoughts
Yeah.
that they're immediately thinking
Could
of.
be things like,
So
oh,
I
very
come from-
excited, or
Worst
I'm
case
going to
scenario,
tell
it's
everybody
like-
everything that I hear immediately.
Yeah, or if when Eric says that, it's like, he's on to us, or, don't know, or, yeah, that seems like a great idea.
Okay,
I'm
so
going to betray you immediately.
so what he says is you see him kind of like scrumple his face a little bit. I do work for the king, so I can't really say that. I wouldn't
Which
tell him.
king?
It's in his head, isn't it?
Well, what's his name?
Ingvar.
Your daddy.
Ingvar. Ingvar, yes. Well, I do work for the king, Ingvar, so I mean, I kind of have to tell him what's going on, so I can't really agree to that. But I mean, I can just stay in the mouth of the cave, I guess.
And
Or not.
do you promise to stay in the mouth of the cave?
The thoughts and the feelings you get from detect thoughts are kind of maybe a little bit of excitement.
Okay.
He's kind of like he's got lots of different thoughts of what might be in the cave that he's kind of thinking of. Like, you know, he's thinking of, you know, treasure or like giant monsters or like a great
dragon and its
army or
horde.
like an old dwarven city or so. He's thinking loads of crazy cool things. I mean, no, I'll stay in the mouth of the cave.
I would like to insight, but I imagine Belaric's detect thoughts
I-
is more powerful. I only got an 8 anyway.
Yeah, no. From the detect thoughts, he seems to be being quite honest. He doesn't. I mean, obviously, he has thoughts of not staying in the cave because when you think of doing something, you have to think of it, right? But he dismisses them quite quickly, and he seems the thoughts of just staying out of the cold inside the mouth of the cave kind of prevail a little bit.
I mean, worst comes to
Very-
worst, we can use him as a body shield.
Very quietly, again in Orcish, I'm just going to mutter to Eric. If he follows, he can do things about that.
Indeed. In fact, I don't say anything. I just very slightly nod. Yes.
The mouth of the cave it is, then. Big tusky grin at him.
Fine with me. Fine with me. Certainly fine with me. Lovely. So you are proceeding into the mouth of the cave. Across
Yeah,
the
kind of
ice
like
lake.
the present.
Seems like we're off in.
Well, there is a time like the present. Shall we take a short little break now? I was kind of
Yeah.
holding it off to hope that Wolfson would be coming in, but I don't know when he's hopping in. So we'll just hold the break now. And yeah, so it's 8 now, so we'll come back at about 5 past for us. For the stream people, we'll be back in 5 minutes. We don't know if it'll be that time.
Eric Live. Having been abandoned in the forest as a baby, he survived by joining with the very essence of nature. He's been fighting in the war against demons every day for 120 years, even rumored to have slain 200,000 in 1 week. He is always working, ever watching, forever protecting.
My name is Beleric Morgamash, but you've probably heard of me. I'm a half-orc from the north, but I've been in Alarians for most of my adulthood. You'll know my tales, of course. Warbreaker and the Siren's Curse. Or if those are unfamiliar to you, surely you can't have missed the King's public addresses, penned by yours truly. Be sure to keep an ear out for me, and you know where I am if you hear anything interesting. I'm certainly interested.
I am Ivar, formerly the commander of the Bastion's forces. Now, I seek a way to redeem the loss of the Great Wall, and to return my family to its honourable position once more. For money, influence or power, I will do whatever it takes, and earn my name back.
Ivelios Oakenheel is a half-elven gentleman and sea dog who graduated the Imperial Academy as an alchemist in his younger days. And though he is most well known as the daring captain of the legendary privateer and sea demon hunter, the Inevitable Demise, the piratical alchemist, as he is known, is still rumored to be the driving force behind some of Aleria's most recent alchemical innovations.
Janus Ricot, a human boy raised into nobility by his lesser-known knightly parents, forged into a soldier to fight against Daemonkind. A hero to the common folk as well as their protector. A paragon to fellow soldiers and bane to all demons. General of the 7th Army and Archdemon's plight. Bellum's demise and the slayer of war. The Warbreaker.
Eric Live. Having been abandoned in the forest as a baby, he survived by joining with the very essence of nature. He's been fighting in the war against humans every day for 120 years, even rumored to have slain 200,000 in 1 week. He is always working, ever watching, forever protecting.
My name is Beloric Morgamash, but you've probably heard of me. I'm a half-orc from the north, but I've been in Alarians for most of my adulthood. You'll know my tales, of course. Warbreaker and the Siren's Curse. Or if those are unfamiliar to you, surely you can't have missed the King's public addresses, penned by yours truly. Be sure to keep an ear out for me, and you know where I am if you hear anything interesting. I'm certainly interested.
I am Ivar, formerly the commander of the Bastion's forces. Now, I seek a way to redeem the loss of the Great Wall, and to return my family to its honourable position once more. For money, influence or power, I will do whatever it takes, and earn my name back.
Ivelios Oakenheel is a half-elven gentleman and sea dog who graduated the Imperial Academy as an alchemist in his younger days. And though he is most well known as the daring captain of the legendary privateer and sea demon hunter, the Inevitable Demise, the piratical alchemist, as he is known, is still rumored to be the driving force behind some of Aleria's most recent alchemical innovations.
Janus Ricot, a human boy raised into nobility by his lesser-known knightly parents, forged into a soldier to fight against demonkind. A hero to the common folk as well as their protector. A paragon to fellow soldiers and bane to all demons. General of the 7th Army and Archdemon's plight. Bellum's demise and the slayer of war. The Warbreaker.
Eric Live. Having been abandoned in the forest as a baby, he survived by joining with the very essence of nature. He's been fighting in the war against humans every day for 120 years, even rumored to have slain 200,000 in 1 week. He is always working, ever watching, forever protecting.
My name is Beloric Morgamash, but you've probably heard of me. I'm a half-orc from the north, but I've been in Alarians for most of my adulthood. You'll know my tales, of course. Warbreaker and the Siren's Curse. Or if those are unfamiliar to you, surely you can't have missed the King's public addresses, penned by yours truly. Be sure to keep an ear out for me, and you know where I am if you hear anything interesting. I'm certainly interested.
I am Ivar, formerly the commander of the Bastion's.
Think with cameras for a second.
Ooh, I love a good tinker.
Just be
give us
warned.
notice before we go live again.
Just be warned. Eric and Beloric are being very sus.
Very sus.
Buffy Parker.
Sus
That's going to be a
enough.
lovely clip.
Buffy
Thanks for
Parker.
that. Right.
Well,
I think
To
we're
be fair,
all good.
Wilston's probably the end.
Oh,
Alright.
we were live anyway. You can
No.
continue what you were saying. No? Okay, lovely.
That's fine.
Well, we're back. We have a Wilston.
That's done.
Hello,
What's done?
I have made it.
So, as an update, Wilson, you continued across the Great Divide, and you have arrived at a giant ice lake with a big towering mountain in the centre of it that has a giant cave mouth in the side, and you are just about to embark across. You killed the Minotaurs. You discovered that they had some pickaxes and some gunpowder on them. I think that's about all the important points, really. Combat just took a very long time.
Slow running.
So, you begin to head down the mountain and head across the ice lake. It's very, very wide and large. It's like a giant moat that's surrounding this mountain. And you start to head across it. Until about 20 minutes in, nothing really interesting happens. Until, Michael, you're kind of towards the back. And the people in front of you, they're kicking up the snow. It's being brushed to the side. And you spot, with your incredible 19 passive perception, as you're walking around, you're looking at the ground. And you see some bare ice. And you can see through the ice slightly. It's extremely thick. You spot what appears to be frozen in the ice underneath you at the moment. A very long length of rope that just... There's not a big window, but you could just see there's a bit of rope that's frozen in the ice that goes like across. And that catches your attention.
Just hold up a second. And I'm going to try and sort of wipe snow away from the ice and try and see, is this just see if it's just a bit of rope or whether it looks like it is holding something.
Yeah, so it's quite hard to see. It's very, very deep in the ice, and you've got to focus quite hard to see it. But you brush away some of the snow, and you follow the rope one way, and this rope, it comes up, and it leads into what looks like a container of some sort. It's kind of like maybe a barrel, maybe just a wooden box.
Under the ice?
Under the ice, yeah. And then the rope comes out from it and continues in the same direction.
Everyone, just stand to the side. There's a... It looks like there's a rope with barrels attached to it, maybe to help it to float before the ice, but it's very strange. Don't think it's a bomb. Wilston?
Can I check what its purpose was?
You're going to need to roll.
Of course. History, I guess.
I mean, not history, because it's not. You're not trying to remember something. It would probably be maybe a check with your tools. Your what kind of? I mean, you have every tool, right? But what?
Yeah.
Probably with your artisan. No, your tinker's tools. Tinker's tools.
How do I roll them?
Intelligence
plus
proficiency.
Plus expertise, because he's artificer.
That's
so
intelligent.
Proficiency. So it'll be plus like 13 for you, I think. So you can't really fuck this up.
Oh.
So that's...
Wait. So it's a 15 in total.
Because of the extra stuff.
Yeah, with a plus 8. With a 15, I mean, it definitely looks like something. You can see the rope continues past. Maybe you brush more of the ice away, and you see that it continues to another barrel, and it just... There's like a long string of barrels or boxes or something like that. But you're not quite sure. Maybe some sort of flotation device, or yeah. There's not really many explanations that you can think of that this might be, other than, mixed with the water, maybe something that floats, or maybe it was supposed to be like some sort of bridge or something. You're not quite sure.
Am I able to do like an insight check in terms of strategy?
Yeah.
And defensive nature, if it
so, yeah.
might coincide? $21.
Ooh.
Pretty good.
Okay. So from the books you've read, I mean,
it might not have been like something I've encountered before, but kind of to logic it out in terms of like a defensive mechanism, something.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard.
That's
of
where I'm
people,
coming from. Might not work.
Layering like bombs under the ground or like pitfall traps. Like it's probably some sort of trap of some sort, you imagine.
Mm.
Okay.
As it's outside of where they want to defend. So maybe some sort of trap of bombs or pitfalls, or it's clearly something. But again, it could have just been something before the ice, like maybe flotation device or something.
Mhm.
Maybe
I'll
it's some sort
convey
of,
that.
maybe it's some sort of like long distance warning system of some sort. Like maybe there's supposed to be someone at one end that kind of like pulls it, and like it pulls all the way along, and it triggers something at the other end, or something like that.
Are we only about like halfway
Yeah,
over the
you're
ice?
about halfway, 20 minutes over the ice. Yeah.
Okay.
And is it like in the frozen bit at the top, or is it kind of under the
It's very
ice?
far under. It's maybe about
Okay.
maybe about 13, 14 feet below.
Okay, so it might just be floating under the ice.
It could be, yeah.
Cool. I'll convey that.
I've got a theory as to what it is.
Whatever it is, shall we get off the ice as soon as possible?
Yes.
What do you think it is, Janus?
Well, I'm just thinking. Well, he looks over the Hagrin, or Hagrin, however you say his name.
Argrin Quickeye.
Hagrin. There we go. And before he speaks, he kind of just like stops himself and he's like, well, I can't really say, but I feel like it's a way to trap in the mountain.
I presume as well, if the ice breaks, we're stuck on one side of it.
Yes.
It seems like we have one of two options: either walk on top of it or move to the side of it.
I imagine it goes all the way around.
So this one that you're on top of, it goes from the mountain to presumably the edge.
A straight line across.
Like a spider's web.
Mm-hmm.
There may be
like a
multiple.
bridge.
Oh, so wait, so it doesn't go in a circle all around the lake?
No.
It's a line.
Mountain side.
My real life intelligence is not up for this.
No.
Maverick's insight knows something is up, but
It looks like a trap.
We haven't triggered it yet, so
we could just try to avoid it.
If it looks like a trap and it acts like a trap, it'll probably be a trap.
hasn't acted like a trap yet.
I agree.
That's what it gets you.
We could either avoid triggering it or trigger it on purpose.
From a distance.
Yeah.
and that we don't know what it does.
With a cannon!
Wilson's already started. Ah!
Let's just get across this lake for now.
Everyone, let's
Avoid-
move
Sure.
50 feet this way, in like perpendicular to the rope.
Can't do 50 feet. I can do 50.04 feet.
How very specific.
Wildly unspecifically specific.
Yeah, that's
Truly
fine.
a
So
military mind.
You step across, and then you continue to the cave mouth. Lovely.
Wilson is still every now and then gonna like wander off and try and touch the rope.
I'll
Touch the
keep
rope.
using my telekinesis to just pull him back 5 feet. Like, no.
The rope is like 13 feet under the ice that you're walking on.
Oh, well, I'm still
going
gonna
over
try
to
and
it.
get I'm still gonna try and get a closer look at it.
Wilson,
Curious.
Oh.
Like a toddler on brains.
it's like a dog that's got a smell that way. There's like birds or something. It's like, oh no.
I think your camera may have frozen as well, being.
It has. I do not know
Yes.
why.
That is meditating Wilson right there.
I shall do the age-old trick of turning it off and back on again. There you go, that fixed it.
Fixed. Lovely.
Wow. Like you're some sort of tech genius.
And
You really are an IT student.
So, as you proceed across the ice, nothing interesting happens, and I'll just pick up back when you're, maybe about a couple of meters in front of the entrance to the cave. And that's
I thought you were
presumably the
gonna
next
say-
point you might want to do something.
I thought you were going to say we're going to pick up with your new characters.
The whole mountain detonate.
You go across the ice. It goes in the ice. You all fall in. You're dead.
What a
The
shame.
legends have gone missing. We need
Yeah.
you, the second best legends, to find them.
You
The second
unknown
best.
pieces of shit. Go become legends. Okay, so we made it across big old ice.
So
You are
far,
still on the ice because
Okay.
it leads right up to the mouth of the cave.
But
It
we're
even
on
leads
the
in the
ice
mouth of the
next to
cave,
the-
so it looks like the mouth of the cave is a massive circle, maybe like 30, 40 feet tall, and you can see that as it's a circle, the level of the water is above the bottom of the circle, so the ice continues into the mouth of the cave to make it kind of flat.
Interesting.
does it look like carved, or is it a natural opening?
Well, do
Is
you want
it
to do a little?
exactly
Well, it'll be a
circular?
perception. I think it's not exactly a
cool.
circle. No.
Okay.
Shouldn't I have like bonuses on recognizing shit carved into mountains? Or is that a dwarf thing?
11?
Sure.
I mean, I
A rock
could
gnome.
try and figure it out if it is a dwarf thing. If it
Dwarves
looks like a
have
carved
stone
cave
cunning.
entrance. I have stone cunning.
Yeah, it
You
is a
know
dwarf
you're
thing. It's not a rock gnome thing.
What's
Yeah.
stone cutting? What does that do?
It gives me advantage on history checks to understand like the origins and the craftwork of stonework.
Go for it.
Okay. History's not great.
Like my perception.
All right, I've got +8 for a 12.
Luckily, it's quite easy to tell that it doesn't look carved at all. Though it looks very natural. There's stalactites
Heights.
Lights go down.
hanging from the ceiling, and lots of big chunks of ice as well, like ice spears that are hanging from the mouth of the cave. It doesn't look carved. It looks quite natural. The mouth of the cave, the floor is filled with kind of snow drifts and big boulders just across the floor. You
I
don't
can
spot any-
confirm it is a cave.
So Beleric asking for purely literary purposes. Could it be likened to a mouth, like with the stalactites? Does
Yeah,
it look
so?
Bearing teeth.
For
punchy?
most of my scenes, I have a picture to give me an idea of what I need to say. So this is the
love
picture
it.
I've got for this one. I usually won't share them, but I'll share this one because I think it's particularly nice. Have you seen it?
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
lovely.
Yes.
You can even see the party. Oh my god.
You can.
So I assume that's coming from the mountain looking out.
Yeah, that was looking out.
Super cool. Thank you.
That's
So
whatever
there's-
inside the cave sees.
So there's Janus, the giant fucking one. And then
Nope.
there's Evelios next to him, and then everyone else is behind them, covered by their giant forms.
And then those
Yeah.
2 pixels is Wilston.
Yeah.
Eric is going to clear some of the ice again to see if the two things: see if the rope is continuing in, and also he's going to try and peer down to see if the see if he can see how if the mountain is just like continuing down, or how big the main hole is, that
Mhm.
sort of thing.
Yes.
As in how thick the ice is above presumably, if we're walking in a hole and there's ice here, how thick is this ice that we're walking on?
Are you walking in?
I'm on the floor looking diagonally at it.
Okay. Yeah, you wipe it away, and it's definitely a lot shallower. You can see the floor. You can see the side of the mountain. Oh, my dice are over there. And you don't see any rope at this point.
So that's kind of
just out under the water, out under the lake, the main bit anyway.
What main bit?
The rope, was it just under the ice in like the lake, not in the cave mouth?
Well, you can't see any at this particular point that you checked.
Okay.
So it's either disappeared, or it was only back there.
So
Both
with
of which
the
are strange.
barrel, how were the barrels attached to the rope? Or were they just?
So the rope was going through the barrels and out the other side.
It was threading them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if sounds fuse, maybe?
Like what? Sorry.
Like a fuse.
A fuse?
Could be like, yeah, some sort of
Well, was this?
buoy system.
I had a brief thought of it. I don't know how feasible it is of if it is a prison of it holding things up. I'm just imagining a suspended cage needing ropes holding it suspended. But
Like a small piece of mountain suspended on the lake?
I don't
So
know.
as if this entire thing was not, in fact, attached to the rest of the mountain. It was just plonked in the middle, as it were.
I don't know about necessarily holding the mountain, but something. But I'm just guessing.
How long has this lake been, or how long has this area been frozen? Would there ever have been a time where this wasn't?
Can I try and make a survival check or that sort of thing to, like, see if I can see how thick the ice is or whether it would?
Yeah, go for it.
Do some
You can just
geography.
ask Hargren if you want.
Yeah.
Glacial strata.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll ask Hargren as well. I'll open the question to the group.
Janus's intrusive thoughts are going to win him over and take a few steps into the cave mouth.
Okay.
I cast fireball at the ice.
So before anyone has any time to think, everyone needs to make a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
I am good at those.
Uh-oh.
Never mind. I'm not.
Uh-oh!
Come on, bro.
28.
I'm gonna use my reaction to get +4 to that.
+4. So
14.
So we have a 7, a 15, a 14, a 14, a 10, and a 28.
So everybody fails apart from Eric.
Bollocking Nora.
As you are all now under the effect of the spell hold person.
Oh no, that sucks balls.
Oh shit.
Congratulations on your paralysis.
As you're not technically in an initiative right now, I'll just prompt you when you can re-roll the save. But you hear kind of like a slow, drawling voice come from the darkness, from some person that you can't see. And they just say, well, what do we have here?
And does that voice sound familiar to any of us?
You can roll a history if you want.
Do I have a disadvantage because I'm paralyzed?
Not on your history, I don't think.
I'll assume that's just my brain's. Ooh, Eric, no.
I mean, he's
Okay.
quite old. Dementia's 10.
Voices, I'm better at than rocks. 23.
I mean, none of you recognise the voice, no.
Okay.
Does it
It's
sound
not
demonic?
far reach.
No, it doesn't sound demonic. It sounds humanish, maybe.
Very good idea, Ivar. Not.
Yep.
Not
Was
far reach.
did we get the spell as we kind of broached the entrance,
Someone
or was
did.
it just
Well,
there?
it happened when
Jay Anus.
when Janus walked into the mouth of the
When
cave.
he's doing naughty things, he is Jay Anus.
It got all of us.
The intrusive thoughts one,
yes.
okay.
Really like the idea of someone just waiting in the cave, going like, "Someone's going to come through any minute now."
Like piles of rations.
Been
Piles.
waiting for 30
Yeah.
years.
It's like trainers in Pokemon standing by the side of the road for like all
Yeah.
eternity. Like,
Yeah.
Aha! You looked at me! Fight me!
Finally.
Um,
I need to walk around. Like, no.
Like a shallow wall.
Just a little warforged that if people, whole person.
Okay. So Eric would know that hold person means that people can't speak. I think I imagine having like just an awareness of the people he's with, and would I imagine he'd have felt the effects of the spell at least. I'm would know that the fact that people haven't talked or moved at all means they've probably failed.
you want to make
Eric
an
is-
arcana?
Yeah, okay.
You know, and
We'll make it
the
simpler.
magical energy swirling around us like
12.
Ooh.
It's yeah, sorry.
He's just like shenanigans.
It's Eric is it's a long way of saying Eric is going to pretend to be paralyzed, but is like
Ooh.
very aware of what's going on, so he's not going to reply to the voice.
It's very badly. Oh, I can't move as he like wiggles around.
You all hear a clanking of metal-clad boots, many pairs of metal-clad boots. as
Oh,
out of the
no.
darkness, out of the darkness, you see lots of relatively short figures. Most of them around maybe 4'10" to maybe 5'4" they're all wearing full plate mail. It's spiked plate armor, and you can see the first thing you notice is that their armor is like completely magical in nature. It's covered in runes and magic and glowing bits here and there that somehow you didn't see, but oh well.
It's only active in the light. They were in the shadow.
yeah, definitely. It's only active when you can see it for the aesthetic effect.
Yeah.
Dramatic
you-
reveal.
Intimidation.
As you see, there's about 12 of these figures that come marching out in the darkness with long halberds, and then there's one more figure who kind of walks. So they're walking in file, 6 on this side, 6 on this side, and then one of them walks up the middle, and they kind of surround you in a circle. And the one figure in the middle looks exactly the same as the rest of them. However, he seems to be some sort of leader. As they speak, and they say, "Now, frail old man, don't do anything rash. But you can tell me why you're here, as you're not trapped as the rest of our."
Fucker.
Who
Cast
are
counter
you?
spell.
That's a good question. Good question indeed. One that I will not answer. Who are you?
I'm a frail old man.
I can see that. You have a name. You have a reason to be here. How did you get here?
We are merely adventuring. It is a big mountain and an interesting place.
Yes. Very interesting. However, you can't find this place by accident. So, you have a reason for being here.
Can I? I'm just furiously looking around to see. I'm furiously looking around to see if I can pick up anything that I recognize, any insignia from any kingdom, any even just like races. What like, yeah.
Roll maybe a maybe not nature. I don't know. Roll probably history or something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe an insight. Roll an insight.
Insight's good
Ooh.
for me. That's wisdom. 16.
They don't bear any insignias at all. They sound humanoid and they're relatively short, so they're probably dwarves or short demons that have Darth Vader-like masks in reverse.
Oh no!
We were sent here by King Dwarven name here. Let me write down his name.
Ingvar.
Ingvar.
Ingvar Crag.
Cragstrom.
Cragstrom. I was
It's alright.
between
I know
Craghanger
it
and
for some reason.
Stroghammer and I was like 15 different ones that I was thinking of.
Ingvar Mountain Storm, basically.
Instead of writing Dwarven King, I've written Dwarven King, like drawing.
He's
Okay.
made up entirely out of charcoal.
Yes, yes. So I say we were sent here by the Dwarven King.
Interesting. He kind of looks around at the guards that are holding pikes at you. He gestures at one of them. As far as I was aware, he had no idea this place existed. You get kind of a shrug from the other guard. Something serious must have happened.
Then how are you? If you do not fall under the Dwarven King, sorry to make assumptions, but why are you here?
More unanswerable questions, my friend. You don't seem to see how this situation goes. You tell me why you're here, and then we decide whether you're going to leave here alive or not.
Oh, Jesus.
Can we remake wisdom saving throws at any point?
Please make one now, yeah.
Thank you.
Oh boy. Here we go. Bollocks. Well, 17, which I know is already not enough, I think.
Yeah.
19?
Ooh.
20. A 20 is enough, yeah.
Oh, I got 19.
Is a 19?
A 19 is
Nine.
enough, yeah.
I need a nat 20.
Is a 17 enough?
Same.
A 17 is not enough.
Fuck.
Sorry, what did you say for 19?
A 19 is enough.
So it's either 18 or 19 that we have to get.
Is there
As
something
you
you
get,
want to...
as you, like, as soon as you break free, you get like a jostle of some of the spears. There's the guy in the middle. He kind of gives a bit of a tut. Now,
Oh.
We were sent by Farreach. I understand he owns this place.
Ah. Interesting. So, you're all travelling together, yeah?
I can prove that he has sent us if you'll permit me to reach into a pocket.
Sure. I'm curious why you're travelling together in your story. In your story, it's different. Interesting. If you have proof,
If you've-
yes.
If you've met Farreach, which I assume you have, you probably would know that he doesn't really let people come here. Given that we weren't sure who you were, I imagine
But
my
proof
friend here
you have.
was curious. And I'll pull out the pen that I took from Farreach, or took from Evelios, who took from Farreach, and kind of hand this over and go, this is one of a set of 3. It's the one that he uses to sign all of his documents. You must have seen it if you know him.
Pen.
His
You come here
pen.
with 2 different stories, and your proof that you are here for a legitimate reason is a pen. Not a letter,
How do we know you know him
not a
either?
missive,
Proof do you have?
not a even a.
A
You
map?
have a pen.
Have you
Velios's
met?
paralyzed eyes were on the pen.
Well, I see where this conversation is going. It's
His map help you?
pardon.
His map.
Now, who had the map? Did you have the map?
I didn't.
Either.
Ivar?
Oh, I'm lying. Wilston has the map. I believe Wilston still has the map because he stayed with
Yeah.
Quick Eye.
Mm-hmm.
So Wilston probably has it in his holding bag of holding. That one.
The bag of.
With the now with all the gunpowder in it and some great axes, by the way. Just so you're aware. You got a load of shit in there now, Wilston, sorry.
Well, what you say? By all means.
It's on my good friend here, if you'd be so kind as to release him from your charm, and he can maybe obtain
I'm
it.
feeling too many of you guys are released from this. You can make another wisdom save, everyone.
Oh, here we go.
Net 20.
Even if we've already done
Not
it.
everyone, sorry, just the people who are still under the effects.
+4 for an 18.
Is
An
18 enough?
An 18. And Evelios with a 9. Evelios, you break free from the hold person.
So it's
19.
19.
Right. You get another shuffle. No. Too many people are walking around freely. If you please.
Just like to postulate the idea that if we weren't sent, why would we walk through the front door? If we weren't
Door is the
expecting
only
to be
way in.
greeted.
If you would please allow the paralysis to take hold of you again. And you hear a few whispered murmurs from some of the guards around as they cast the spell again.
The bastards are using it. The armor.
Choose to make the saving throw if you would like to or not.
I'm going to make the saving throw.
I'm not.
You're going to attempt
actually, yes.
to make the saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Attempt to resist, yes, please.
And 19
Weren't
is hard.
you already under the effect? Oh no, you just escaped it, didn't you?
Yeah. So, is this happening on everyone again?
Everyone again, yes.
Right.
Oh, so do we roll again now?
Not if you're already under the the other three.
That one.
Ooh. So you got crushed by the whole. No. Beleric, did you do it again? Did you tell me?
Beleric.
Nat 20.
Hey! For an 18.
Once again.
22.
Now. Come on, Mr. Orc. One at a time.
Mr. Half-Orc, you bitch.
I'm going to, again, very tusky smile. And tell me then, if you won't let us proceed and you won't accept any evidence that we were sent by our reach.
I'll see the evidence, but if it's on him, then you don't need to be here. So please, become paralyzed again. Just accept it. That's the worst that can happen. If you accept it, I'll unfreeze your friend.
If you know far reach, I really don't think you'll accept that his people have been allowed to be treated in this way. And that he controls your funds.
He clicks his finger. Well, he doesn't click his fingers because he's wearing playtime. He points at one of them, and they cast the spell again on you.
Boofty, boofty. Come on, big money.
Again, you can choose to make it or not.
Well, I rolled a nat one, so...
Oh no, you and Evelios. It's like when you exhale, you're like...
Almost as soon as you become under the effects, Wilson, you can suddenly breathe again as you're released from the effects of the spell. Alright then, friend. Gnome, I believe.
Martha's gnome in this kingdom, yes?
Oh, smartest gnome in the kingdom. I believe you have some evidence. A map, maybe a missive, some sort of proof that isn't a pen.
This guy's sassy.
If you will allow me to reach into my bag of holding, which also contains loads of weaponry.
Yes, of course.
Axe, gunpowder, gunpowder.
Pickaxe. For variety.
Empire State Building.
turret, button.
I'll pull out the map.
Okay. Are you handing it to the guy? He kind of walks over
I'm not
in
gonna
between
hand it to
everyone.
him. I'm gonna show it to him.
Well, he holds his hand out for the map.
Can I insight to see if this guy is trying to like just yoink it from me and not give it back?
I mean, yes, you'll have a disadvantage because you can't see him.
Okay.
You get
No.
you get no cues from his facial expressions or anything like that.
I guess I'll be hesitant, but I'll hand him the map.
Takes the map with a little bit of a. He almost snatches it from you, but not quite. And he gets it properly straight. Yes. Seems you have a proper map of how to get here. You have a missive of, from this far-reach gentleman that you claim to know, or anyone else.
Oh.
Let me just check my notes.
We do have a royal seal.
Yeah. That's not far reach.
Up Ivar's crack somewhere. I don't know where he put it. Pinned on his lapel because he likes them.
Nice and obvious.
Yeah, you do have a letter penned in the Queen's hand. One of you has it.
All I have on me, so go back to stunning me if you're scared of a small gnome like me.
Well, we are, so thank you. Are you making the save, or?
Yes, I will make a save, and if I succeeded, I will make a performance to pretend I'm stunned.
Okay.
Failed it miserably.
You failed it miserably with a 7. I'm assuming you said Ivar had this seal.
Yeah.
So Ivar, he waves at you, and you're again able to move.
It's like musical chairs.
I was about to say, it's the parcel, but past the missive.
Yeah. Who are we putting the blame on?
Musical statues, that's what this is. We're all kind of like...
So, my brother-in-arms, now he's looking at you closely.
Oh shit! The fucking bed.
You look familiar, friend.
Don't call me that. We aren't friends.
Well, assumingly not, but you are Ivar Bastion, if I'm not wrong.
That's the name I've taken, yes.
Well, you're here, then perhaps this missive is real after all.
I don't say anything. In a situation like this, if I say something, probably going to fuck it up. And I've been taught by someone who's very well schooled in these things just to just not say anything.
Trained him well.
So, sir, do you have this missive?
There is no written missive, as our mission is fairly confidential. But we do have this, and I will present the royal seal that we were given. You are aware of this place, are you not? If we were to be found with something indicating this is what we would be doing, it would kind of go against the point of it being a secretive place, would it not?
Yes, however, this is not exactly evidence that you're meant to be here. This is a map and a seal. A seal can come with any missive, and the map, who knows how you acquired it.
It's a lot of coincidences that play into our hands, friend.
Well, obviously you wouldn't come here if you felt like you had enough to get in. So, sadly, this is things that you can acquire without being sent here.
Don't really know what you expect of us. We are supposed to be here.
Yes, well, if you are what you claim, we hold one of the most. If you are supposed to be here, then you would have proof. This is not proof. You would be sent here with proof that you are supposed to be here.
This is the proof we were sent with.
Well, this is not the proof you'll be sent with because there are strict rules on what you should be sent with. So unless everyone who knew of those rules had died, in which case you could not have been sent by Far Reach, then we've heard no word that the instructions have changed. So
I've started to see that the conversation is going a little sour, and that we are at a certain disadvantage because of the magic that's being slung. The root of the magic that's being used, is it coming from multiple sources? Can I tell?
you want to make an Arcana?
Would like to make an Arcana, please. Yes.
Go for it.
16.
I mean, yes, you heard multiple people cast the spell, so presumably it's multiple people casting multiple spells.
And they are around us now. They're basically surrounding us.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. Oh boy. Are they? How many of them are there? Sorry, is it 6 of these guards?
12.
12.
And then
12
there's this
of
guy,
these guards.
so there's 13 in total
13 total.
that you can see.
Oh, brother. This
Let
is
it
very tricky. And they're all they're close to us now. All within 15, 20 feet of us kind of thing.
Yeah, they're relatively close to you. I mean, the one guy is right up amongst you, or right in front of you.
Yeah. And can I see, so these runes on the armor, can I see the ones that are activated? That are the ones that are kind of concentrating on these spells. Can I see the, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Oh boy. I'm going to have to try something because we're going to get fucked up, I believe.
Oh, we had a
I mean, you
letter.
do have a letter.
Yeah.
When did we get a letter?
With
We got it.
seal.
Yeah.
And we got the hologram from the Queen, wasn't it?
Yes, you got a letter saying, I give you permission to go interrogate this guy with the royal seal attached to it.
You know the one with the seal
So
attached where you got it from?
so that we do actually have the letter.
Yes.
Show them that
Yes.
then. I thought we just had the goddamn seal. I thought
No.
the letter was like, yeah, you can go and fucking take this shit from Far Reach or something. I was so confused.
No, Bellerock was the last person in the letter.
Okay.
It's like musical statues. I love this.
Fucking hell. That's why I'm so confused because I've only got this funky little gold seal.
Janus is going to take this as a chance to nap.
It's just napping, Stan. He doesn't care.
No, you have a letter and a seal.
Yeah.
And a map. You have all the evidence you need.
The pen.
The pen.
The most important thing.
Come on.
And
You
the
won't get a
shotgun.
letter.
Would I know who has the letter?
I mean, yeah, because you. So when you got it, you took the seal and Belle took the letter, and you sat next to each other, and you actually talked to each other whilst you were reading it.
Dude.
Interesting question. Would the letter specify who is allowed to go on the mission?
Nope.
Okay, good.
I actually sent you the text of what the letter said.
It's somewhere.
I don't know if I was in the campaign by then.
I don't think you
No,
know
you-
about it quite
This
as well.
this was back at the penthouse.
Yeah.
2 months ago.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna gesture at Bella. Be like, he's the one you want to be talking to.
Him again.
Bollocking Nora.
Right. He's done with it all.
Enough of this.
He's the one you should be talking to. Leaves.
Enough of this gaseous form.
Big timing. Yeah. Like, Belrock, deal with this. Bye.
Alright, same thing again. Are you accepting the whole person? Or are you rolling a save?
I kind of just want to counterspell it.
Okay. You can if you want.
Nah, it's not worth the slot. I'm gonna just try and resist it. Nope.
Lovely. So same thing again. Bellerock, you're now released.
Paralyzed again.
So I'm told that you had it all along.
As I said, I assumed that if you knew Varich at all, yes. And I'll reach in and find this letter.
He this time he does just try and snatch it out of your hand.
What a pain in the ass.
He
I mean,
flips it, unfurls it. Takes a moment to read it. Lets out a big sigh. Really, guys? Really? Really? Maybe you
Security
just
measures,
kind
we were
of...
checking.
The whole persons are released. You guys just have to make it so... Ah, man. Right. Okay. Well, welcome. Welcome to the Black Cell.
If we're sent here on behalf of the Queen, we have to check that your measures are up to her standards, surely.
Maybe. Slightly irritating. Oh well. We have had these
And it's
measures in
mutual.
place for 15 years straight, so...
It's not like you get visitors every day.
Well, in actual fact, we do, but that's not really the point. So,
I cast Detect Thoughts at that. I've got 3 charges of it.
well, it's...
Sounds like a
He's
bit of an
already said it.
insecurity right there.
Second?
He's already said it, so you can't detect thoughts on...
No, but I want to know who he's... if there's anyone on his mind while...
Okay,
I would
so
like to know who
what
it
do you-
is,
what
and I
do you
just want
have
to see if
do
he's...
to cast detect thoughts?
Ooh.
I don't know, actually.
Verbal somatic
Because like,
material?
it's not a spell.
Oh,
It's a magic item.
Oh.
Does the magic item say you cast the spell?
Yeah,
don't
it just
know how
says
magic
use an
items work.
action. Use an action to expend 1 charge.
So you would still be using the VS&M. I don't know what detect thoughts is, but presumably it has some
Yeah,
sort
but-
Look right now.
presumably it would have some sort of VS&M.
Yeah.
me
It's
just
VS
check.
and M.
Okay, lovely.
All 3.
So you will have to speak.
I
Hold
assume the
something.
material...
The material's probably the thing that it's
The-
been cast from. For this instance.
Yes, but you still have to say something and move your hand. So at that point,
That...
Wiggly woo.
Can I try and perform it off as just me being flamboyant?
if you
Oh,
want.
we win. He cannot beat us. He's the most flamboyant.
Um,
22.
Ooh.
as you pass it off, it will not last for long because they will notice quite quickly. But you do get it off. He's thinking of food deliveries, mostly.
Makes sense.
Yum.
And then after a moment, there is a counter spell that comes into play. As the main guy kind of turns and looks at you. No,
Not going to react.
we kind of passed all this spell nonsense. Anyway, welcome to the Black Cell. We don't have proper visitors. May I get your names?
Sure. I mean, you already know mine, so.
Yes, I do.
Oakenheal.
Janus
Hmm.
forgot.
Wilston. Wilston Hobblenipple.
Very flamboyant bow. Beleric Morgmarsh.
Hmm.
You are always a bit dramatic, aren't you?
Know me so well.
Do we have an Eric introduction?
This is Eric.
There you go.
I was abandoned in the forest as a baby.
Hmm. Ah. Right. Something's gone really wrong, hasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Somebody's
don't exactly
sharp
send
one.
us on errands.
Yeah. What's happened?
Oh, no. No, no, no. No, no.
Okay.
You don't have the missive to know that.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well then. Welcome to the Black Cell. He turns around. The guards have almost as soon as he got the missive, they kind of pulled their pikes up and held them in the nook of their shoulder, and leaned them over their shoulder, held them in one hand, and they filed back up again, and they start to lead you deeper into the mouth of the cave.
Well, that was shit. I say to everybody nearby. Don't even care who hears me.
Argrin will you'll kind of pitifully be like, well, bye then, and wave as you guys kind of like walk off. As he leads you deeper into the cave.
Oh, I feel bad for leaving.
We
Hi there.
have a scroll of Dispel Magic, I believe.
At 6th level, if I remember correctly.
At like 5th or 6th level.
I think it was 6. But
I have that in my possession. I'm going to give it to Hargrim.
Ah. What's the occasion?
Oh, if things go tits up, just get the fuck out of here.
Thank you.
Don't let him do that shit again. It's embarrassing.
I appreciate that.
Best of luck. Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yes, and they lead you deep into the mountain, and we'll pick up next week.
What?
That was a mess.
That was a nightmare. I
We're all
hate that
idiots.
person.
I need to improve my wisdom saves massively. If
Oh,
Elio's not wise enough for
brother.
I mean, Janus got a nap out of it. He's happy.
He's just marching with his eyes closed now.
Yeah.
You can just hear the sound of marching boots. He's just like, I could do that automatically. Just do.
He's learned echolocation.
But only to marching boots.
Yeah.
Guys, you had a missive and everything. You could have just been like, here this is, right, let's go.
Forget about the missive.
Consider we're idiots.
Yes. That is an idiot.
I was thinking to myself the entire time, I'm pretty sure we have a letter.
I was so sure we just had the seal because we were doing naughty things to go and get the map. I was just like,
no.
naughty seal for the naughty map.
No,
That's
I
it.
set up this whole part of the story just so you could get here, and then I'll be like, yeah, no, you don't have the stuff you need to get in. Leave.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, how do we get around this?
Because I remember we had a letter, and I was like, but doesn't the letter just say we can rob Farreach?
That's exactly what I was thinking. I was thinking in some weird way it was like, you're allowed to rob this guy to get the map.
Like how we'd need permission for this.
Yeah,
Like,
just like it's like a pardon.
Queen allowed.
You're being naughty, but it's fine.
The letter
Queen
said you can go
says-
to the Black Cell. The Queen said you can rob Farreach.
The Queen decrees that anyone bearing my sigil has the permission needed to extract any and all information from the prisoner known as Yagarath the Shadow through any means necessary.
Gosh, diddly ding, damn it.
Wait,
where was
enemies
where was
necessary.
this-
Yes.
By any
Favorite
means
song.
necessary.
Oh, torture time.
I don't think it's going to care about
I'm
that.
thinking dark room, small table, lamp, good cop, bad cop.
Anyway,
Just
lovely.
let me talk to him.
Just want to talk.
Lovely session. We're on for next week. Thanks to everybody who came and listened in. All the usual stuff. There's links below. Make sure to follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Ivar streams. Go and catch his cowboy streams.
I stream.
A horse.
Doom also streams, apparently. When was the last time you streamed?
A month ago.
Oh, it's not too bad.
I will stream after the stream.
We're all going to start streaming by the end of it.
So, yeah, all that good stuff. And we'll see